Hello, survivors of the zombie apocalypse. I'm Jail Anderson01, and welcome back to some more Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Miles Edgeworth. The Outcast music is fickin' lit. So, let's get your daily shout out. What you got? Is this the same one from yesterday? What the fick? Alright. I'm shocked. Are you really? Are you? I certainly am not. I am not it whatsoever. So they're streaming for 8 hours today. I don't have the energy for that. I went to the comic book store. And I got... Yeah. Got the Spy X Family game. Mission for Peanuts. So... there's that. There's that accomplishment I had today. Really enjoy that anime. Can't wait for the English dub of the movie to come out in April. So I'm gonna go see that with my sister. And let's actually fix the camera slightly. This music bopping, yo. And then I got the second printing of Gwen Stacy's Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen comic, first issue. So we got that. So let's just get into the game because I'm fucking tired. And I already know this is gonna take more than half of my lifetime to beat. So let's fucking go. I wish I can get the soundtrack to Investigations 1 and 2. I'm sure I can online somewhere. But what they really need to do is release the Apollo Justice trilogy soundtrack on fucking line for me to buy, like they did for the trilogy, the original trilogy, and for they released the soundtrack to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles online. Like I could buy that on Steam and shit, but why can't I buy Apollo? I wanna listen to his objection theme in HD, for God's sake. Why won't you let me? Oh, what up, guys? Oh, great, I get to do the southern accents again. This is brilliant. My voice is not handled for this today. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Could you please give it a rest already? The heck, I'm telling y'all, it's best for y'all, for all y'all's sake, to come clean. The staff has the lips sealed shut as the reporters continue the tenacious negotiations. If you're not here to cooperate with the investigation, I must ask you to vacate the premises.
Put a sock in, Copper. Y'all couldn't even stop Mozilla's invasion. Not only did they secretly raise a giant monster, but now the staff is trying to cover it up.
Damn, goddamn, Hitlana's here. I thought she wasn't. No, she is.
Like I said, we haven't been raising any monsters here at the film lot, you crazy bitch. But ain't y'all said you done saw Gordy yourself?
Sure, I saw it, but it's not like we were keeping it at the film light, you dum-dum.
You thought you saw shit too. Oh, who's saying this? Oh, okay, it's my buddy. Yeah! Wayne got a badass theme. The music and the southern accent made me think she was. Then I tab in to see Nicole, and then I was like, oh thank God. Then I zoomed out, and I was like, oh no!
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth.
John. Jack up to your hand, mate. Oh, y'all come here to search? Oh, I didn't read that shit. We're searching for a criminal, not a monster, you fuck dingus. Well, you Fruit Loop dingus. Get out of here. Long sheet says, the darkness inside a criminal's heart can be likened to a monster. I like how he's like doing that now instead of going, Sheena! Because, you found John? Yeah, in the last episode. This is middle, part 1. Shut it down! Shut it down! Oh, that's the wrong one. This is the shut it down. Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! I only have that gif because it's an inside joke between me and Joe the Badger. He used to work in a shop type place where he worked as a supervisor type of thing. And he's like, he's like, these people are stupid, I have the power to shut it all down. And I sent this particular gift to him back in, I don't know, like 2015, 2016, like I found that gif. And I was like, shoulda done. So that's why this gif is shut it down. I have more Badger related shit on my channel than that man does. But he hasn't streamed since 1927, so I don't know. Like shocked and like I'm going to sleep. I don't know. Because I felt like it. Why do you question my good heart? God, this is a banger. I'm not here outside of Ace Attorney. I don't know. Because haven't you been here when I played Sims? Or when I played Pal World? Or Resident Evil? I'm gonna be playing Alone in the Dark after we beat Investigations 2, because I gotta rinse the palette. Because I've been waiting for this game for quite a while. I thought it was coming out in January, but it didn't. It got delayed. And I'm excited because Alone in the Dark, the original one back in like the early 90s, is one of the reasons why we have Resident Evil the way it's made. It did a lot of the game mechanics is a big reason why we have Resident Evil, even though the original Resident Evil was actually supposed to be a remake of Sweet Home.
I digress. Which you can watch that whole movie in subtitles in 4K on YouTube, by the way. I'm actually gonna do that this way home. It's gonna be great. Well, when it comes to killing people, criminals aren't much different from monsters. You know what, Lang, you're pretty much right. I think you and Leon would be good friends. Agent Lang, this is a problem. I can't let outsiders enter the crime scene. These are all key figures in the case. I'd like them to be here when the investigation resumes. Agent Lang, regarding what you said about resuming the investigation, where do you tend to start? Down up your ass, pretty boy. We'll start by reviewing the case. Today, the body of President Huang was found here at the film line. Okay. The president's whereabouts from 2 nights ago are still unknown. Seems he snuck out from under the eyes of his bodyguards and ventured outside. And that night was the last time he was seen alive. It was when he met with you, Judge Courtney, on the roof of the Grand Tower, you sneaky bitch. Oh. Sweating milk there. Is this milk also sweating? Why is that sweating? So, why did you meet with the president? That I cannot say. You can't tell us even under suspicion of murder? God damn it. I can't say. Why not? Miss Courtney, if you don't say anything, you'll only be more sus. She must have a reason to clam up. That's pretty accurate. Think you're somehow involved in the president's assassination. The president's body was only discovered today. That still leaves a blank of 1 whole day after Judge Courtney met with him unaccounted for. Oh, I gotta get. Why are you still on there? Don't be so impatient. We're gonna fill in that blank right here, right now. The evening of that blank day in question is what's important. What happened here last night? So why don't you tell us? John Marsh. Me? We know why you were here last night. What? John was here? Between that little Missy's testimony and the footprints we found, we could easily prove it. John, you were rehearsing here last night, right? You're spying on me? I'm sorry, I just came to check up on things. You really shouldn't be staying up so late, you know. Mind your own business. God damn, that poor milk. John Marsh, that young lady was worried about you. Oh, goddamn. She was pissed. Mama bear mode. You will not speak to her like that. Sorry. How many times have I told you to be more mindful of the way you speak? Is it just me, or does Miss Courtney's personality seem kind of different? She seems to be as strict with her own son as she is with those who violate the law. Are you listening to me, and earlier as well? Yeah. She's like lecturing for like 5 hours. She's like blah 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 blah. He's like, God damn. You should always bear that in mind, no matter the occasion. Lang's like, can we get on with the investigation already and stop lecturing the kid? I'm getting secondhand lecture here. Pardon me. For Judge Courtney to get carried away like that, this must be your motherly side. Agent Lang, do you suspect John? All I want is the truth. Why was the president killed? And I want to know who killed him. I'll do whatever it takes to find out. Seems the president was like family to him. John, would it be alright if we asked you a few questions?
Sure, it's fine. I've got nothing to hide anyway. I wasn't feeling too great during yesterday's shoot, so I made a few bloopers. They're reshooting the scene today, so, well, I decided to rehearse a little on my own, that's all. I do it all the time. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. You were rehearsing alone that late at night? John, when I called you last night, you told me you were at the hotel. You called him? About what time was that? I believe it was around 11 p.m. I require him to call me every night. That's a rule whenever he stays away from home. The truth is, I was at the film lot during that time. You lying sack of shit. Oh, she's pissed. So you lied to me. I'm sorry. I like how the milk is sweating. Like, jeez. Miss Cardi sure is angry. I think it's admirable that he practiced on his own, even if he hid it from his mom. Sure, she was simply worried. Who knows what could have happened to him out alone so late at night. In reality, he did get caught up in yesterday's incident. But John said there wasn't anything out of the ordinary, right? Is that really the truth? Alright, let's do this rebootial. So you weren't feeling great. Were you drinking sour milk? Because you're constantly drinking that shit. Johnny said you didn't feel well. Could you tell me more concretely what was wrong? It doesn't matter. I wasn't feeling well, right? You weren't feeling well? Maybe you drank too much milk? It was curdling in your tum-tum? What? How'd you... Oh, no, I mean, that's not it. Are you lactose intolerant, bro? So he didn't feel well because of his stomach. When I was young, I was told that chewing milk makes it easier on your stomach, you know. What? I just don't drink milk because I'm lactose intolerant. I've tried almond milk, I've tried soy milk. Soy milk actually is terrible. Certain brands of almond milk is actually bad. Oat milk spikes up your insulin. So I just actually got like Lactate, which is literally just milk with no lactose, and then that seems to be the only thing that doesn't hurt my stomach. The milk is fine, but apparently the actual cereal hurts my stomach. I don't know. Look at bullshit. I just wanted my Dragon Ball Reese Puffs. This conversation is over. Anyways, I made a few bloopers. I don't think they're reshooting today, bro. So they plan to reshoot the scene today, and you were practicing for that last night. My mistakes caused a lot of trouble for the people around me. I'm a pro, so practicing that much more is natural. Like, how'd you get into acting? Did Courtney put you in, like, diaper commercials? Like, oh, he's such a handsome little boy. Let's put him in some diaper commercials. Certainly does have an admirable sense of responsibility. John is incredibly dedicated to his craft. He didn't even make any major mistakes in those bloopers. But he said if it would make the movie just a tiny bit better. Shut up! You don't need to go grabbing around blabbering about stupid stuff like that. Stop trying to kill that milk. I'm sorry. If only he was a little more cooperative, I'd have no complaints. Anyway, that's what happened. John, about your testimony, she's not John Marsh. Don't I always tell you? If you're going to practice by yourself, you have to let me know beforehand. I know. My time to speak was completely stolen away from me. Shall I ask you once more, John, about your testimony just now? But you know, John, I think that's really great. Again? I bet putting in an honest effort like that will make someone even more talented. You'll go from a little thief to a middle thief, and then someday you'll be a great thief. I'll be doing my best, so you do your best too. Okay, Jen?
Now then, if I may, if I could do my fucking job that I resigned from. Just saying, guys. If I could do my fake job here. Thanks. John, do you often rehearse in that way? At long last, I finally got to ask my question. I do it all the time. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Are you sure about that? There are no mistakes in that testimony, correct? That depends who's asking. Who's asking, bitch? Of course there's no mistakes. It was just a normal, peaceful night. Nothing out of the ordinary happened at all. A peaceful night? How can you say that when an incident like this has occurred? Okay, he's still a child. Please don't get seriously angry. So there was nothing out of the ordinary. He doesn't know anything at all about the incident. That's the impression I'm getting. But isn't there evidence that shows something did happen last night? Yes, I don't have time to waste dealing with a child's lies. Let's present the contradiction. I'm gonna guess it's the video. Oh shit! Objection! Checkmate, child. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary? That's a lie, isn't it? We have evidence right here. Could that be? That's right. It's the video you recorded of your performance. For only teens! What? You're telling me you have video from last night? Exactly. And in this video, there's clearly something that is out of the ordinary. Look at me! I'm a child! This is a monster's footprint. Would you say that monster's footprints are commonplace on a film set? John, why did you conceal this video from us? No reason, really. Hey, Pup, this is no joking matter. I like his jacket. I like that fur. The fur lining. You had reason to hide it, right? John Marsh answered him clearly. But Mom... Well... I didn't want anyone to see me rehearsing. In other words, you're embarrassed about others seeing you practice. Yeah, got a problem with it? Saying that's why you hid the evidence? John. Ugh! Quit nagging me! You've already busted me! What more do you want? Yeah, the footprints were there, but I just practiced and headed home. How come you're so calm after finding those footprints? It's a monster, you know, a real live monster. I thought it was just a part of the set. Besides, there's lots of other weird stuff around here too. Hey, suspicious teeth, this kid's really sus. You're right, the smell of a scoop stinks to high heaven. Shut up, we're done talking. We're not done here yet. What now? The monster's footprints weren't the only unusual things that happened last night. Besides the monster's footprints, what other unusual thing happened last night? That was interesting from the bug that was implanted on. I'm here, I am not here. I am here, I am not here. Okay, well, what's the other thing that was odd? Could be that the lock? Because it was, forced open? This shows what happened here yesterday? And just what exactly does it show? You don't understand, do you? You are still a child after all. I don't need some guy who's less intelligent than a child telling me that. Okay. I guess that wasn't it. Okay. Oh. You can fool me any longer. Why are you getting so worked up about that? Okay. Anyways, just what happened. Alright. So I have to... Oops, my bad. So I have to present... Mozilla's head. Alright, the footprints. Okay, so I do have to show the footprints. I thought that was too obvious. What do you mean? I don't understand. What? A monster's head fell from the roof of that building. Oh, okay. Alright, that was stupid. Surely you must have known about that. I don't know anything about it. Is that true? I told you I just practiced a bit, then I went back. I don't know anything about Mozilla's head falling or anything like that. Or do you have evidence to show that I know something? There certainly isn't any evidence of that. It's also possible that it fell after John had already gone back. If there's no evidence, then like I said, we're done talking. Seems that John doesn't really want to talk about last night. Could he be hiding something after all? Wait up. Agent Lang? It's as I thought. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. This video backs up my logic.
Huh? Is there something in the video that's related to the case?
Yeah. Take a good hard look at the monster costume in the top left.
The Mozilla costume?
Try comparing it with the one over there right now. Looks like it's just hanging there limply, though. And the zipper on its back is zipped up tightly. Zipper on its back. What this discrepancy is. Yeah, the difference is plain to see. In the video, the zipper is clearly open. That's right, someone was inside. What? Mr. Powers, is the costume zipper usually? It's always zipped up tightly when it's not in use. Mr. Prosecutor, do you remember my logic from before? 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. In here? Wouldn't be easy to hide a body in a costume but behind all this equipment. Then all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. You're saying the body was hidden inside the costume? Yeah, that's right. Judge Courtney, 2 nights ago you pushed the president off the roof of the tower. You then hid the body inside the monster costume. I did no such thing. Say what you want, but you're the only one who could have done it. That should have already been proven impossible. The film lot was locked at the time. Judge Courtney could not have entered this place. And what if there was an accomplice? The child! What? I'll tell you my reasoning, so listen up. It's just a child. Mother and son theory. Oh shit. Ah shit, here we go again. Not this shit. When the president was pushed off the roof, John was waiting at the film lot. If John was an accomplice, the problem with the locks would be resolved. The 2 of them then hid the president's body inside that monster costume over there. You think this crime had such an elaborate plan? To take the life of a nation's president. An elaborate plan is to be expected, don't you think? John would never take part in such a crime. You're the one being suspected. Your words don't carry much weight. I wouldn't think those 2 had sufficient motive for something like this. No. Well, maybe they had a motive that we didn't know about. You were the last one to meet with the president, and you're still keeping the deed secret. Don't you think it's only natural that you're being suspected? Judge Courtney, is there no way for you to tell us your secret? But my apologies, I just cannot, no matter what. However, when the time I can talk about it comes, I will surely let you know. So if you could please... Believe you? Is that what you want to say? That's what all criminals say. And you, pup, if you've got an explanation, hurry up and spit it out. I didn't do nothing. That's all I'm saying, bitch. But mother and son won't talk. You still gonna defend him like this? It's true. Judge Courtney's actions are a mystery. However, we still don't know whether or not that ties in with a motive for murder. Yeah, that's right. Their motive for murder can wait. I don't give a fuck. For now, let's talk about the situation surrounding the crime. And the fact that these 2 are the only ones who could have done it. Okay. Hold your tits. Agent Lang. Don't tell me you're saying John was an accomplice. John still looks like a grade school kid. He's even got a kitty backpack to boot. How could he be an accomplice? There's just no way. He's got a kitty backpack. He's 13 and he's playing the role of like a 7-year-old. Like I said, John's already in middle school and the backpack is a part of his costume. Long she says, I don't care. No matter how young the cub, never pity an ungrateful pup. I don't even know. Does that shit even say anything in there like that? Or are you just like bullshitting? To be honest. It really does sound like you're just pulling that shit out your ass. You don't even flip through pages, or do you have like a million scrolls? He may be a little brat, but a villain deserves no mercy. So Mr. Lane, she didn't make any allowances for age. Mr. Prosecutor, you're not just defending him because he's a pup, are you? Of course, that was never my intention. I shall present suitable evidence in due course. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. My logic's just getting started. How would that resolve the problem? Figured you'd ask that, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, it's actually quite simple. Listen up, bitch. First, that woman pushes the president off the roof. She pushes him off. Then, that brat who knew the combination for the lock unlocks the film lock. I see. The combination unlocks the brat. Okay, it's the opposite. That's all it takes. With this, the problem with the lock is solved. Your theory that she couldn't get in because she didn't know the combination no longer flies. Regarding the lock, that certainly is a plausible explanation. Agent Lang, thank you for your clear explanation. Please continue with what you were saying before. If you're gonna give up, you better do it now. I don't wanna. I just wanted to dramatically bow. The two of them then hid the president's body. Okay. Supposing those two are accomplices, why would they have needed to leave the body hanging there for an entire day? Yo! Oh, that was a YouTube subscription! Madi! Thank you for the YouTube follow subscription. Hope you enjoy the random BS that we do here on the YouTube channel. I've been doing this YouTube channel since 2011. Can you believe that? It's wild. Wild. It's insane. So welcome in. But yeah, why would you leave a whole ass body in a suit all day? Wouldn't it smell? You suspect John to go there and spray some Febreze? Why don't you give it a rest and take a good hard look at reality? Thanks to their trickery, our investigation has been confused up until now. Doesn't that about answer your question? Got it. Those two hit the body. No, it would have stank. In the video, we cannot see the inside of the costume. So, can you really say for certain that the body was placed inside? Yeah, I'll give you that much. In that case, why don't we try examining it? The inside of that costume, there might be some traces left inside. Miss Powers, may we examine the inside of the costume? Sure, go ahead. But it might be kind of stinky since I sweat a lot in there. It's just like, ew! This is incredibly dirty. That's strange. I always make sure to clean it after using it so that the sweat doesn't damage the costume. Isn't this just proof that someone besides you used the costume? I say that dirt from the body probably got into the costume. Well, wouldn't there be blood? The president's body did fall on top of the monster's footprint. That must be where the dirt came from. Okay, so his theory of the president being pushed off the roof and he fell. Obviously, there would have to be some sort of blood because he fell. There would be some sort of broken skin, abrasions, broken bones, something the back of his fucking brains should be like pooling out. Something. Or wherever he fell. Because obviously his body could have just been placed like in the footprint hole. So from the initial fall, there should be bruising, there should be abrasions, cuts, something to show that he died. In some way. But if you look at this picture, the man is fucking squeaky clean. There is nothing. I don't care if he didn't fall. Like, his clothes are not tattered. There's no scrapes. Nothing. Not a single muscle is out of place. Although there is a pee stain on him, so somebody could have peed on him. I don't know. Kind of weird with that one. I don't know why. But regardless, there should be some sort of abrasion. There should be bleeding. There should be blood from falling and it making impact on solid ground. Especially if you were at the top of the Grand Tower, which is 54 or 51 stories high. That's a significant distance. This man should be crushed, like pancake, ragdolled. So there should be blood somewhere on the log. Get some luminol fluid, bitch. Get Emma Skye up on the scene. And there would be blood in the costume if they put the body in there. Why am I doing your jobs? Bro. I just solved this for you. Are you satisfied now? No, I'm not, actually. So dirt got into the costume when the body was hidden inside. Wouldn't that mean that the dirt was transferred from the body? Huh, isn't that obvious? How else would you say it got there? There's dirt stuck everywhere inside the costume. Looks particularly bad around the chest area. Dirt around the chest. Cannot overlook this fact. Mr. Link's logic does seem to make sense. Indeed, if those two were accomplices, the crime certainly would have been possible. So it would be useless to argue that point. In that case, what should we do? Firstly, we should have Agent Lang explain this reasoning in more detail. Let's draw out more information. I mean, I already got all the information. I don't know. There would be blood. In my not very professional opinion, there would be blood. Because of being crushed. Like, from falling from a high distance. But no, nobody ever wants to listen to me. Y'all want to be like, there's dirt. There's dirt. You're stupid. Stupido. I don't know. Yeah, I'm objecting. There's pee on his chest. It's all pee on him. Dirt got onto the costume when the body was hidden inside it. Is that really the case? What do you want, Anya? My Tamagotchi is yelling at me. She wants me to feed her peanuts. You have a problem with that? I do. There should be blood. There's a fair amount of dirt inside the front of the costume. Yeah, that is a lot of dirt. However, I would like you to focus on the state the body is in. It's lying on top of the dirt, and yet there's no dirt on the front of the body. If the body really was inside the costume, then it's strange that the front of the body isn't stained with more dirt. Well, then how would you explain it? How did the dirt get inside the costume? From the video footage, it's very likely that someone was inside the costume. But who? But just who could have been?
Where have I seen this?
What's the matter, Kay? I just feel like I remember seeing something like that looks like this dirt somewhere before. But where was it? Where are these bits of gray fragments in? Are you saying it's from the gloves here? No. From Blaze the Best's gloves? Are you shitting me? Gray fragments? There does seem to be something other than normal dirt mixed into it. Something must have gotten stuck to it, and lots of it, I might add. Something got stuck to it. This may merit a closer look. Where do we see dirt that looks like those stuck inside of the costume? The gloves! Son of a fucking bitch! Bro, no way! This dirt has some gray bits mixed to it. I just thought that was bits of the newspaper from him wrapping Dojin's bell. Oh my god, son of a nugget. Huh? And what of it? We found an item belonging to a certain man that was covered in the same type of dirt. That is to say, these gloves. Those dirt stains certainly look the same, but tell me why? Just what exactly is this gray substance? Your mom's chest hair? I don't know. This gray substance is concrete. This gray substance must be fragments of concrete. You mean the stuff that was scattered around the monster's footprints? Exactly. Meanwhile, who do these gloves, which are stained with the same kind of dirt, belong to? Oh, I remember. We found it at Blaze's place. Oh, so these must be concrete bags. Maybe. I don't know. Earlier today, we went to Blaze's garage. There we discovered these dirt-stained gloves. Come to think of it, there were also hammers, shovels, and other tools placed inside as well. Yeah, like that boomerang. He was going all out. Crazy, man. Why would mechanics' gloves intended to be used on machines be covered in dirt? I don't know, maybe the motorcycle got stuck in a ditch. You ever think about that? No. If you broke the concrete with the hammer and then dug into the soil with the shovel, then it's only natural for dirt like that to get on the gloves. Then maybe. Yes, the true nature of the monster's footprints has been made clear. It's possible that these footprints were dug up by Blaze the Best himself. Why? It's possible. It's possible, you say. Please do enlighten me. Okay. Because I honestly have no clue. Why on earth would he do something like... I agreed! Oh, why? Why did he make the monster footprints? Thinking about it, the answer must be... He either buried something or dug it up. Oh my god, sweet shitty sugar! It's waifu! Oh my god, it's waifu. Shout out at waifu. At waifu. Oh wait, that ain't a real foot. I didn't think that was a real thing. I didn't actually think that was actually gonna show up. I'm crying. Oh shit. I'm dead. I'm a little tired, but I'm fine. That was literally the most hilarious shit.
Your ass is all red. That's a pretty good slide.
That's great. Your ass is all red. That. Jesus. I'm guessing work has been hard. Work's kicking my ass. The kids got sand on the slip and slide. It was very exfoliating. I'm sure it was. Walking on the beach and barefoot is good for your feet. Hopefully not much longer. Well, that's good. That's good. We did some interviews at work, so hopefully we get some more front desk help. It's spring break next week for high school, so the high school girl that works for us, she's going to be working like full time next week. So I'm like, yay, I can work on the billing. I finally got to week. I'm almost done with February's billing. It's great. Because you got me from the front desk going in the back doing medical assisting. You got the 2 clinical assistants that's supposed to be doing prior auths going in the back. And then you have patients calling and they're yelling about where's my medicine. And it's like, well, the clinical assistants are not at the desk to do that because they're in the back. So I can fill medicine up at the front desk because I know how. But they're like yelling at me for like 10 minutes about what they're not answering me. And it's like, you called yesterday when you had 0 pills left. I don't know. One, that's your bad. And 2, here you go. Yesterday was a little more chill though because of all the snow that we got here in Michigan. I don't know if you guys got hit with the snow in PA, but we had that little snow blizzard that came in. You know, elderly, they're just like, they see one snowflake and they're like, I'm done. I ain't coming in. Alright, Edgeworth, look at this Leonis Kennedy ass hair. Nothing lasted, thank God. Yeah, it was like a blizzard yesterday and now the snow melted today. It's like, I'm surprised my sinuses ain't dead. We had like 3 inches. Like, getting to work was like, One, the bus never picked up Bella from school yesterday. Or no, it didn't pick her up for school yesterday. So I'm trying to go to the dentist for my 7 a.m. appointment. And she's like shuffling back home. She's like, the bus never picked me up. So I'm like, get in the fucking car. So she gets in the car. I'm telling her to look up her the website for the school. See if they closed randomly. She couldn't find anything. We get to my dentist appointment. I'm calling the school for like the attendance line, be like, yo, the bus never picked my kid up. What the fuck? Why didn't say it like that? But I was just like, I'm like, they didn't pick her up. I'm gonna bring her in, but I don't know what time because I have my dentist appointment. So I do that, do my dentist appointment. Then I take my sister to school, which took forever because of the snow. And then I had to go all the way to work. Which is... Yes, we're supposed to. We do get text alerts. Actually, we get text alerts if the bus runs late. Or if the bus has an accident or a mechanical problem. We get messages for that. We didn't get a message for this bus. So by the time I took my sister to school, apparently an alarm was going off. So, and I told her, I'm like, when you get in there, you need to emphasize that the bus did not come and pick you up. Like, but by the time she got in there, they're like, you need to do this because we're having a tornado drill. I'm like, alright. But by this point, I was already driving. One, she was like, do you need to come inside? I don't know if you need to come inside and sign me. And I'm like, you 17, get out of my car. You're almost an adult. You pay taxes now. Get the fuck out of my car. Get out. Like, tuck and roll. I don't care if the sheriff car is right there. Tuck and roll. She goes there. I'm like, I'm already late for school. I'm getting Starbucks. Get Starbucks, you know. I need some caffeine. I need a Tokyo drift in the snow. Be like, whatcha? Tokyo drift into the Starbucks parking lot so I can get my coffee. I was like, whatcha? And then I'm driving to work. That was fun on the freeway, by the way. I'm like, me and the doctor are walking in the building at the same time. The door was locked. I was like, okay, that's great. Hopefully the patients aren't freaking out. That was fun. What a great adventure yesterday. Oh shit, my laptop's done. And by the time I got off work, which was almost 5 o'clock, it was like snow was like plowed or salted. It was like the temperature rose and shit was melting. I was like, ah, good old Michigan weather. Winter in the morning, spring in the afternoon. Beautiful. Ah, yes, the book behind the neck drill. We did that for earthquake drills here in Michigan. Tornado drills, they just stuffed us in a bathroom or something and be like, don't die. That was fun. So, that was my Friday. I was a little cranky yesterday. I'm like, I'm trying to do all my billing. Everybody shut up. But no one lets me do my billing. No one ever lets me. We went out into the hallways and had an open book over our neck. They had us do that for, during 9/11. They just put us in elementary school. They all just put us all in the hallway and said we were practicing for for an earthquake drill, and we were sitting there for 3 hours until parents were picking us up. That was like wild. Alright, Miles, what are we doing? With your Leonis Kennedy hair? Alright, it's possible he was digging something up. What was he digging? I don't think there's treasure here. It's probably went something like this. Oh, okay, we get a diagram. Yes, I love diagrams. Last night at this spot, there was something that Blaze needed to dig up. For that reason, he broke the lock on the back door and sneaked into the film lot. Alright. Using the hammer and shovel, he set to work. So why do you make it look like footprints, dumbass? He placed the items he dug up into his bag, but before he could fill in the holes... Ah, that's what John came to practice. Exactly. Blaze panicked and had no choice but to hide himself in the Mozilla costume nearby. Alright. To think you would do so much from just a pair of dirt-stained gloves. Yeah, Wolfman, I'm good. However, all this is merely a possibility. There's still no proof that he was the one who was hiding inside that costume. For all we know, he might have left the scene once he finished digging. No, my crime out says otherwise. On the contrary, such proof does exist, which can be seen in the video. When this video was recorded, Blaze was definitely inside the film lot. What? Though I can't blame Agent Link for not noticing. Oh, because we didn't notice it. The difference between the current film lot and the one in John's video, along with the state of Blaze's garage, it's all too clear that Blaze was still here. Oh, poor Sebastian, still tied up. Sebby, no. What proves that Blaze was still at the film lot when this video was recorded? His bag. Fucking Miles and his smirk. Smug ass smirk. This bag placed near the costume. There was an identical one inside Blaze's garage. When did we see that? I don't recall that. Okay. Sure. First the dirt on the gloves, and now the bag. It seems there is a connection. Oh shit. That's my proof. Blaze was inside the costume. Checkmate, bitch. Ergo, the president's body could not have been inside it. Yeah! I love Lang. He's gonna go Bruce Lee on you. Seems I was able to refute Agent Lang's reasoning. So we need to go investigate Blaze's house right away, pal. We need to know what was inside that bag. Yes, sir. Y'all pipe down and listen up. Y'all just been saying whatever works best for y'all. And the noisy one returns. That there's the footprints of the mighty Mozilla. They ain't just some random holes dug up by that old coot. I believe the true nature of these footprints had already been proven quite logically. Logic's magic. I ain't buying it. Then don't buy it. Put it back on the shelf. Say what you want, but I know what I saw, and I saw Mozilla. Is she referring to how she saw Mozilla out the window of the Grand Tower? Preposterous. Upon our journalists' souls, we ain't having none of it. That statement is an insult to journalists everywhere. Ah, that's right. There's more to them monsters than just those footprints. I remember hearing that Sonny over there. Wait, I remember hearing that Sonny over there was seen with the monster earlier. I reckon that gal over there said she witnessed it herself. These two are together, all meaningful talk grinds to a halt. If we only knew just what the monster really was, I think those two would quiet down. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you could do? The monster's true identity. We don't have much choice. Let's see what we can do. Isn't this something y'all ain't telling us about the monster? Go, ask him. Ask him right now. Hold your tits. Please settle down. Regarding the true identity of that monster, I already know what it is. What'd you say? That's right. The video John recorded provided the hint that I needed. What you talking about, Willis? Miss Nichols saw Gordy when she went to check up on John's practice. At the time she mistook something for Gordy. Oh, okay. The monster can be seen in this photograph. What? Ain't that just some plain old souvenir photo?
Y'all don't really think you can pull the wool over my eyes over the eyes of a pro like me, do you?
What did Miss Nichols really see? Naturally, Cordy's true identity was your mom. The camera crane.
What?
The video John recorded was shot from fairly high up. A shot from this position would be impossible without a camera crane.
But there ain't no way Miss Nichols would mistake a camel crane for Gordy.
I wonder about that, Miss Nichols.
Yes.
Earlier you said the prescription for your glasses didn't match your eyesight anymore, correct?
Yes, lately it seems like my eyesight has suddenly gotten a lot worse.
So, would you say that you were able to see Gordy very clearly in the dark?
That's right. Silhouette was all I can make out. But remember what Miss Nichols said, and I quote, its skin was really scaly, almost like a reptile. Camera cranes ain't got no flesh on them, let alone skin. It's just a bare steel frame.
That is certainly true, at least in the case of this photo. However, last night it did have skin.
Y'all just doing whatever you can to get in the way of our big scoop, ain't you?
That was not my intention. But since I've come this far, it's time to put an end to your nonsense. Gordy's skin is right before our very eyes. This is the skin of Gordy.
The tarp. The tarpé.
As Miss Nichols stated in her testimony earlier, it looked like it was going to rain last night. While it never actually rained, John still covered the camera crane with a rain-proof sheet, which to Miss Nichols looked like a monster's skin.
Hey!
Why do you have a bear trap still?
You gotta be kidding me.
Isn't that right, John?
Man, you saw through it all. Not bad, old man.
He's 26 in this game. It's the gray hair. Unfortunately, the Gordy that Miss Nichols saw was nothing more than an illusion. I like how he's like, I don't care if you called me old, I am smart. SMRT.
Now again, looks like my dream has shriveled up and died once again. My mental. Seems like things have finally settled down. I really thought the boy was hiding something from me. Guess I had it all wrong.
Not if we figured out the true form of the monster. Everyone seems refreshed.
Actually, there's two people here who are totally bummed out.
Agent Lang! Shit! I almost tripped. The report is in, sir. We got the results of President Huang's autopsy. Good. Show it to me. Contusions and bone fractures found across the body resulting from tremendous pressure. So this was the cause of death. In other words, he was crushed to death. I thought as much. Cause of death. God, Call of Duty! Crushed to death. The yellow stain on his chest is certainly under investigation.
It's Pete!
We already told you.
But it seems that gunpowder residue was found on his right hand. Sunflower residue? I didn't know the president was into gardening.
No, gunpowder residue. Traces of it are left behind when a gun is fired. Since it has been found on his right hand, it's possible that the president fired a gun.
A gun, huh? But we didn't find any guns when we investigated this area.
Unexplained gunpowder residue. I'll have to look over the autopsy report later. Now then, Agent Lang, it seems we have our answer. The president did not die from falling off the roof of the Grand Tower. Rather, he died from being crushed under Mozilla's head. I can't deny it. Looks like your logic was right after all.
This means the suspicions surrounding Miss Courtney should be cleared up, right?
Yes, not only the cause of death, but the time of death proves her innocence as well. Judge Courtney met with the president 2 nights ago. However, according to the autopsy report, the time of death was around 11 p.m. last night. Lucille's head also fell last night and matches up perfectly.
That's a relief.
Ho! Isn't it a bit too early to be relieved? H. Lang. The president died after being crushed by the Muzilla's head. That I will admit. But the problem is, who is responsible for the falling head? Muzilla's head fell last night, and last night the one who was at the film outlet. What are you saying? Surely you're not implying... That's right. You killed him, didn't you? John Marsh. He's 13. That pup is hiding something. He was at the scene where the body was discovered last night. He also saw the footprints. But despite that, he still claims to know absolutely jack shit about the incident. Isn't that a bit too convenient? Those footprint-shaped holes have not been proven to be related to the case. Just because he saw the holes doesn't necessarily mean that he was involved in the incident. You sure about that? Take a look at that pup's face. He's sweating milk. He looks pretty shaken up to me. Looks like he hit the mark, but John doesn't want to talk about it. Well, kid, you're gonna have to. Doesn't feel like talking, then I have an idea of my own. Let's check the tape. Agent Lang, what is your intention? To please have a device that lets you analyze the video footage up close and personal. Agent Lang, you would suspect John enough to go that far. As long as John's lips are sealed, this may be the only way for us to get closer to the truth. Detective Gumshoe, if I'm not mistaken, you have that device with you, correct? Mr. Analysis is ready to go, sir. Now we're talking. Prosecutor Edgeworth, would you please perform the video analysis for us? She wants me to do it? Alright. Who knows what kind of faults that Wolfman will find in it. This is actually my strong suit, but I suppose I have no choice. Alright, I did it once. Are there any new clues shown in this video? Oh fuck, how do I do this shit again? Oh shit! Oh hey! Hi, sir! Hi! Look at that muscly ass back!
Yes? What's the matter? I want to see too. Oh, that's a muscle man.
Hey, what's wrong? Show it to me. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I request you submit the evidence to the court. Please take a look at the top right corner of the zoomed in video. The person is... The president! Mr. President! Impossible! Huh? No way! Seems we finally found it at last the evidence that points to the true killer. This video places John at a major disadvantage. You're wrong, that's not right. I didn't know anything about this. That's not gonna cut it. It's clear that you and the victim were together at the same place where the body was later found. John Marsh, there's no doubt you killed the president. No. This can't be. Why would you... John, please don't tell me. Did you really kill the president? Again, this is a terrible sprite animation.
Mr. Edgeworth, is this really decisive evidence?
Mr. Prosecutor, looks like even you can't object to this. That pup said he didn't know anything, right? And yet, the president's right here in the video. John, what are you hiding? John, please tell us the truth. The truth is, it's all my fault. John Marsh, what did you do? Mozilla's head falling was all my fault. What? While I was setting up the equipment on the roof, I used the heater. After that, I went down to practice, but I forgot to turn it off. Then my mom called me, so I left the film on. When I came back to the lot after the phone call was over, Mozilla's head that was on the roof had fallen. And right next to it was the president, lying head dead on the ground. How can that be? Let's see. There was indeed traces that something had caught fire on the rooftop. It was just a small fire, so I was able to put it out myself. So the president's death was John's fault? But wouldn't that make this an accident, sir? Then what did you do with the fallen head? I took it apart, brought the pieces up to the roof, and put it back together. So you put out the fire and even put the fallen head back on the roof. Which means you were hiding evidence. We can't be having that, you naughty little pup. Hold on, I didn't do it on purpose. I really did just forget to turn off the heater. When the legs broke, the stand would have tilted him. Oh, that's Edgeworth talking shit. When the legs broke, the stand would have tilted if Mozilla's head was on top of the stand. It would have fallen off. So the head fell down because of the fire. Yes, if that's the case, I also have a pretty good idea what caused the fire. There's a flammable can next to the heater. Seems someone is lacking safety wear. Oh, I like how there was a sign back there that said about 2020. They're probably like thinking that the movie was going to be done for 2020. Do you think Maya would have dragged Phoenix to go see the Moozilla movie? I think she would have. But he's like so depressed. He's got like Trucy on his lap or some shit. He's like, you know, I couldn't afford this movie. Or, shut up, Nick! Moozilla's on screen. I think she would have enjoyed it. Was it really just an accident? He's a 13-year-old kid. To be honest, I think as a 13-year-old, about calling the police and shit should have been on his mind, but as a 13-year-old, it didn't. Their brains aren't developed. He just thought he was going to get in really big trouble. So he hid like the Moozilla head and shit, like put it back up because he already damaged movie equipment. He was already using movie equipment without permission, and he lied to his mom. So he's like, now they're gonna think I killed a dude, even though I didn't. It was an accident. So I can see from a 13-year-old boy's perspective why he didn't call the police right away or at all, because he was scared and panicking. It's like hiding a report card, but obviously not. It's not the same concept, but it's like in their mind it is. Like, I don't want to get in bigger trouble than I already am. I don't know. Whee! If that's true, then what was the president doing here? I don't know. There was no one else around when I was there. You expect me to believe that? The president wouldn't have just come to a place like this without a reason, you know. The president's reason for coming here is still a huge mystery. 2 nights ago, he met with Judge Courtney on the roof of the Grand Tower. And last night, he was here at the film lot. Did he meet John? I'll have to listen to John's testimony very carefully. Alright, what do we got, kid? Why were you using the heater? John, you are still young. I know it can get a little cold in early spring, but you shouldn't have to resort to a heater. It is precisely because he is young that he must make sure to take good care of himself. However, while it can get a bit chilly during this time of year, I wouldn't necessarily say... Hold it, old man. This is really the right time to be having this argument. He's completely right. John, you did well to get the better of Mr. Edgeworth, but please mind your language. He and I are the same age. Yeah, because John is 13. Yeah, because she's 26, and Miles and Phoenix are like the same age. They're both 26. Larry's the only one that's like 25. Because he's like probably a few months younger. Let's not forget that he got the better of you too, Your Honor. I know, Mom. So, where was I? You forgot to turn off the heater. You didn't check it before leaving the roof. I meant to turn it off, but I was too focused on practicing, so... Come on, everyone forgets stuff like that sometimes. Yeah, I got you. I forget small things like that all the time, too. Like, sometimes, I'll forget to turn off the AC or the lights in Mr. Edgeworth's office. Or I'll jump off the ladder for his bookshelves, or leave prank calls on his answering machine. But forgetting to turn off the heaters is really dangerous, so you gotta be careful. Some of those things had nothing to do with forgetfulness. John, please continue. Looks like you got it rough too, old man. Well, back to my story. he's like, I know that's not your kid, but damn. I'm sorry. That bitch is crazy. It was late at night at the film lot, and not a single member of the film crew was around. So then why did you have to leave the premises in order to answer the phone call? My signal was bad! I totally forgot about the phone call thing, so I kind of panicked. If I didn't answer it fast, I would have been busted for leaving the hotel without permission. In that case, why didn't you just answer it here? Because I was rehearsing! All the cameras and mics were on. If I talked to you, every last word I said to Mom would have been caught on camera. So he was embarrassed that the conversation with his mother would be recorded. Anyways, I stopped practicing for a bit and rushed out of the film lot. She's probably like saying, I love you, John. He's like, I love you, Mom, but shut up. In that phone call, you lied and said you were at the hotel, correct? Why didn't you tell your mom that you were rehearsing? If I told her that, she would have called the hotel and made them send me a taxi or something. Of course I would have. A child alone on the streets at that time of night. What sort of parent would allow their child to be in such a dangerous situation? Guess kids just don't understand how their parents feel. Goes both ways, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed. Now then, John, please tell us about what happened after the phone call. Huh? Oh yeah, of course. When the call was finished and I came back here... Aw. Was there any indication that the head was about to fall? I don't know. I was focused on my rehearsal. So you forgot to turn off the heater, which led to a fire in the room. I would think you should have at least heard something. Heard something? Oh, I was wearing headphones, so... Headphones? Listening to the movie's soundtrack helps me get into the scene. I had it on full blast, that's why I didn't hear anything. And yet you noticed your mother's incoming call? I had my phone on vibrate, old man, that's how I noticed. Anyways, the head had fallen. Mr. President! Mr. President! What was the state of the body? I don't know, fucking dead? I didn't get a good look because it was dark. He's suddenly become as quiet as a mouse. I guess John doesn't really want to remember anything about the body. Is that the only reason why he's gone so quiet? Should I press him? Crush the child! You didn't get a good look. Then how did you know he was dead? Well... He's clearly shaken. He must be hiding something. Wouldn't you normally call for help if you see someone collapse on the ground? However, you did nothing of the sort. Yeah, hurry, what's the number to 911? But he was already dead. Is that so? You seem quite certain that the person was already dead. Now, is there a reason for that, I wonder? Hold it! That guy was collapsed in the ground and right next to him was the fallen monster's head. I'm not stupid. It wasn't hard to imagine what happened. You can imagine whatever you want, but there was no way for you to know that he was dead. You actually checked to make sure the person was dead, didn't you? Yeah, that's right. I was scared, but I got up close to the body and checked to see if he was breathing. Thought as much. However, why would he hide that? There must be a reason. Please tell me the state of the body at that time. At first, I didn't know he was dead. I would have realized sooner if there had been any blood. But there wasn't a single drop, and his clothes were completely spotless. Either way, he wasn't breathing. That's how I knew he was already dead. Would you please append those statements to your testimony? Okay. So you were unable to tell if he was dead because of the lack of stains on his clothes. Are you certain of that? Of course I am. You guys saw the body too, right? So what's the big idea? You said the air was dark and yet you were still able to make that observation. I'm telling you, there wasn't a single stain on his entire body. Give it a rest, old man. Thank you, John. That was all I needed to hear. Are clean clothes that important to you, Mr. Edgeworth? Mine are freshly washed, though. Next, could you tell me how you determined that the president was dead? Well, there wasn't anything to let me know right away that he was dead, you see. How did you check if he stopped breathing? I put my ear to his mouth! They taught us how at school you get right up close to the person's nose and check to see if you can feel their breath. I never thought I'd have to do it for real, though. That was really brave of you to be able to do something like that. Johnny, you are amazing for an elementary school kid. Okay, he's in middle school. Please try to get that into your head sometime soon. She's like, hey, no, it's like fucking with them. It'd be pretty scary to see a corpse just suddenly appear out of the blue like that. Not to mention the fallen monster head lying next to the body. Panic would certainly be an understandable response to such a situation. But still, all things considered, this was just an accident, right? D, that is if we decide to take John's word at face value. I wouldn't mind having some more concrete details on the state of the crime scene. Oh dear, what am I supposed to do? Oh, okay, because it wasn't spotless, because he had the pee on him. His clothes were spotless. Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with it, old man? John, it is painfully obvious that you are desperately trying to hide something from me. What are you going on about? I'm not hiding anything. You're hiding the fact that you peed on this man's chest. Something about this yellow stain on the president's clothes, correct? How much milk do you have in your backpack? Maybe that's why you had a stomach ache yesterday. You got all that milk in there and they probably freaking spoiled. You're gonna get that bacteria that bloats in the milk and it expands. You're gonna die. Why did you leave it entirely out of your testimony? The fact that you made no mention of it only serves to cast more suspicion upon yourself. Why did you pee on this man's chest? That's because I hope you have a convincing explanation. Oh, she's pissed. Judge Courtney. Allow me to explain. Why are you... The yellow stain left on the president's chest is almost certainly lion lily pollen. Lion lily? When I met with the president on the roof of the Grand Tower 2 nights ago, I brought him a bouquet of lion lilies. Lion lilies are beautiful flowers with stunning golden petals. Some of the pollen from the lilies must have gotten on the president's suit. I thought something fell. Huh? But I didn't see any lilies in the security footage, though. They were simply obscured by the president's body. Yeah, his buff, muscular body, like he's fucking ripped. Why did you bring a bouquet? That I cannot say. Why? Tell me why. Hey, you're keeping way too many secrets. You won't tell us why you met with the president or the reason you brought him flowers. He could buy himself flowers, like that Miley Cyrus song. My apologies. However, I did give him the bouquet. That much is true. Ho-ass. But when the president's body was discovered, we didn't find any flowers. I honestly don't know how that could be. Hey, Miss Judge. All your answers have been too vague. You can't say this, or you don't know that. Do you accept flimsy testimony like that in your trials? Hey, cut it out! John, I threw the flowers away. You threw them away? So there were flowers near the body when you found it. Yeah, that's right. They were right on top of the president's body. They had been crushed as flat as pancakes, so... I see. So the flowers were squashed by Muzella's head, too. A large amount of pollen got stuck to the president's suit. Alright, so that goes my pee theory. Damn! However, why did you go out of your way to dispose of the flowers? No reason. So John's not going to tell us anything either. My god. This father and son. I guess mother and son both have a lot of secrets, huh? That is not true. At the very least, I could tell you why John threw away those flowers. Huh? John, you saw me leaving the house with those flowers in hand, did you not? I didn't want my mom going on a date. I get it. John saw the flowers and thought of his mom. He threw them away in order to protect Judge Courtney from being suspected. That's not true. You're all wrong. That was his worst lie yet. I often decorate our house with those flowers. The bouquet must have reminded him of me. So the pup just happens to find the flowers from his mother's bouquet on top of the body. That's why he threw them away and kept silent about the body. That's a tiny little story if I've ever heard one. And what's wrong with that? I suppose you prefer untidy, messy stories, Agent Lang? Don't tell me you've forgotten already, Missy. This pup confessed that he caused the monster's head to fall last night. Oh, yeah, that's true, but... he's currently the only suspect in the president's murder. Shit. It is true that there are many reasons to suspect John. However, there is someone other than John who is far more sus. What'd you say? John himself was kidnapped by that very person not too long ago. And we rescued him from the refrigerated warehouse near the... Oh yeah, it's fucking gumshoe. And we rescued him from the refrigerated warehouse near the harbor, pal. A refrigerated warehouse? That's right, pal. Oh, I didn't even notice that. The refrigeration wasn't turned on, so he wasn't about to freeze to death. But if he hadn't yelled out for help, we would have never found him.
Once his sleeping drugs wore off, he was finally able to call out for help.
Sleeping drugs, huh? If I recall correctly, when you were kidnapped...
That's right. There was a bottle lying on the floor of the refrigerated warehouse. I think it was the same thing that was used on me not long ago. That sleepy zzz stuff. It's super powerful, especially against living things.
Never quote Barry Burton again. He's an honorable man. How about it, Agent Lang? John is clearly a victim. There is a mastermind at work behind the scenes of this case. I don't know anything about this so-called mastermind. You say they were here last night. I still don't know for sure yet.
Huh, it's not like you to be so vague, Mr. Prosecutor.
Well, shut up! Indeed, I still don't have any evidence that ties the mastermind to this murder. Is there someone else? Is there anyone else besides John who had the opportunity to murder the president? That's it. As I thought. In the end, that pup is our only suspect. Object to your mother. Isn't there one more suspect, Agent Lang?
What's this?
Didn't we prove it earlier? Last night, there was one more person here. Blaze the Best. You're saying he's the one who did it? Last night, John was not alone. Blaze the Best was here too. Shouldn't we consider him to be a new suspect? Blaze the Best killed the president? It's entirely possible. Blaze the Best can't be the same guy from 12 years ago. 12 years ago? That keeps popping up. Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my old man were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. Lang? Don't tell me you're the one from 12 years ago. You got it, bitch. Ain't this nice? Now you're finally going to prison where you belong. 12 years is a long time coming from a suspended sentence, don't you agree? I love that Arctic Fox. Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago? Nothing that concerns you. On the contrary, it might just have some sort of connection with this case. And I suppose you have some proof, Mr. Prosecutor? Show me evidence that there's a connection between this case and the one 12 years ago. Evidence, you say? Whew! If you don't have any evidence, then there's no point in talking about it. Is there any evidence that connects this case with that happened 12 years ago? In front of the flower bed 12 years ago, you must simply... That one? This is a report written by Patricia Rowland to Blaze the Best regarding Knightley. Please read this part here. That thing he laid to rest near the flower bed 12 years ago. That's not all. Take a look at this as well. This letter was sent to Jill Crane, who was murdered 2 days ago. Although the sender is currently unknown, here it is written as follows. Please get revenge for 12 years ago. What? 12 years ago? Agent Lang, something big is happening here. Jill Crane's murdered 2 days ago, and now the president's murdered today. There has to be some connection there. And the key is to solving it lies in what happened 12 years ago, does it not? You're asking me to reopen the old wounds of the Lang clan. Yeah, I am. So, if I had to relive my father's last case from 19 years ago, then I can make you relive something from 12 years ago. He's He's got that like narrow eyes, like a cat. Like I love it's like my cat when I try to go, "Who's a handsome little boy?" and he's like, It's just like, I beg of you. That does not look like a face if that's someone asking for help. It's the face of someone that's trying to hold in to go to the bathroom. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm fucking crying. What the hell? Hi, how do you read chat? Yes, I do read chat. Hello. Bobby or Bobby Act Play? I'm sorry if I did not say that correctly. I apologize. Or Babib. Babib Ace Play. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at pronunciations of names. But welcome to the stream. It says that you're on the YouTube side, so welcome, welcome. In the words of my good old pal here,
welcome.
Welcome. We do a lot of Ace Attorney here. We're trying to finish Baby Bacon Plays Roblox is good for me. Alright. Play Roblox. My sister used to play that a lot. So we usually play a lot of Ace Attorney. We're finishing up Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Electric Boogaloo. Our boy Miles Edgeworth here. As you can see with my background, we do a lot of Resident Evil as well. I'm a huge Capcom fan. Been playing Resident Evil since I was like 4 or 5 years old, back in 99, 2000 era. So, we play a lot of that. Honestly, we played through all the Ace Attorney trilogy. We played the first Investigations game. Finishing up Investigations 2. We are going to play the, shit. We are going to play the Apollo Justice trilogy. Your name is cringe. I've seen worse names. I'm from the era where everybody was naming themselves like XX Queen Kitten Lover 72 underscore 85 XX, and the X's are like lowercase and uppercase. You know what I'm saying? I'm from that era, so don't matter to me. Yeah, but we are gonna play the Apollo Justice. We are gonna play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. However, after we're done with the Investigation 2 game, we are going to take a slight break from the Attorney games. We're gonna rinse our palate a little bit, because I am going to play the Alone in the Dark reboot that just came out. So, shite. So we do got that going for us. We got the Alone in the Dark. Might play some more Pal World. We just gotta rinse it out. Gotta rinse the palate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh dear. What am I running over? Yeah, it's fine. It's also, why is the delay so long? For some reason, YouTube has more delay on here versus my Twitch and even Kick. So I have no idea, to be honest. I don't know how to fix that. So I do apologize. So if you are chatting and I get to it like with like 5 seconds after or 10 seconds after, that's why there's a delay versus Twitch and Kick. I'm sorry, Mr. President. So let's see. Is my laptop almost done? No, it's 86%. So let us get back to the game. So we're in the middle, part 1. Do you know One Piece? The anime? I used to watch it when I was like really young. When it was on 4Kids. But I don't really watch it because my attention span does not go that far to over 1,000 episodes. Kudos to the people with that dedication. Like, mad respect. It's just not my thing. I just know that from when I was watching it when I was young, like I was like 9. You're on episode 92. I just know they're on like 1,300 or something. That's all I got. Like, Naruto ended, Naruto Shippuden ended, Bleach ended, and they're still on One Piece. And Bleach was also one of those super long manga and animes that like lasted 800 years. And I was like, God damn. I don't know, the anime I'm into right now is Spy X Family. I really like that one. And me and my sister are watching Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. We're on season 3, and we're sad that Billy is no longer Asmodeus. Today is actually his heavenly birthday. 1,084 for One Piece. I know it was in the thousands. I thought it was like 100. Maybe it was like, maybe it's different in Japan versus America with a dub or something, but I don't know. I just knew it was over 1,000. Again, kudos to the people who are extremely dedicated, who have been watching One Piece their entire life. But I swear to God, if they do end one, I've seen memes where it's like, if the One Piece isn't a real treasure, and it's like, it's the adventure and the friendships you made along the way, and the guy's just like, he's like getting a knife or something, and he's like gonna go kill the guy. It's like, I would be pissed. I would be pissed for the people who love One Piece. I go to conventions and people are dressed as Luffy. They're dressed as Zoro. Is he the green hair guy? Check the likes on the stream. Oh, you liked it? I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. The like on the live stream. I appreciate the chat too. I do enjoy talking to people via the stream. It makes the streams more fun. And even if there's nobody in the chat, I do still talk. I still make conversations, because if somebody just happens to come in, then it's more engagement. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. Whee! But yeah, this is the man that this is the face that my cat makes when I tell him that he's a handsome boy. He's like, I'm not handsome. But anyway, let's see what Lang is hiding because he's sus as fuck. What you hiding, Langy Poo? Wee. What you hiding? Don't you ... me, sir. Who was that just now? I wish you'd all tell me so I could make up a voice for people. Shifu! It's a squad! You guys, what are you all doing here? It's a posse. We followed you here, Shifu. We heard that Shifu was investigating the incident from 12 years ago. I'm so unpopular even when I search up my name on my brother's PS5, some random shit appears. I mean, that's fine. Sometimes things is not about being popular, it's about having fun. Yeah, the Poke Catch is only on Twitch. It won't work on YouTube. Oh, the thing is, because you're watching on YouTube, you're not going to get the random ad break that people on Twitch are getting. You idiots! I'm not your boss anymore. Get back to your own posts. Sir, we can't do that. What you say? Are you disobeying my order? Shifu, we also beg of you. Reinvestigate the SS5 incident from 12 years ago. None of us could ever forget that case. We know you feel the same way, Shifu. Agent Lang, even your former subordinates desired to reinvestigate the case. And you think you could solve the mysteries of that case? Perhaps I can, with your help. I mean, I did solve a case for my dead father 18 years ago, so I'm pretty good at this shit. Trifloon! I know that's supposed to be a cow hoodie for the kid, but he looks like a weird ladybug. He looks like a weird ladybug. And I got it. I accept your invitation. Shifu! 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 Now then, with that decided, I guess it's my turn to shine. Okay. We're investigating a case from the past, right? And guess what the best tool for that is? The little Mr. Thief. Right. If we have the case files from the past case, I can recreate it. Unfortunately, I don't have the case files. Well, aren't you fucking useless? Access to those case files is restricted. It's being treated as highly classified information. Why is that? I don't know. But it seems like there was a lot of things that they wanted to keep hidden. Did you know there is a mean version of this game where you can't control what they say? Really? That'd be so funny. Even when I know it's limited to what was published in the newspapers back then. That will not be a problem. In any case, please tell us what you know. Sure. Ooh, this music. I love it. I love depressing backstory music. The SS5 incident. The incident occurred on a winter day 12 years ago. It was the 10th of February. Man, some hardcore shit happens in February in Ace Attorney. The police department in this country received a call from a group of kidnappers. We've kidnapped President Huang, they said. Kidnapped? The SS5 incident was the case of President Huang's kidnapping. They demanded a ransom of $100 million.
100 million?
Wait, just how much is that? Like, it's just that it's such a large amount, she's having trouble visualizing it. That night, my old man was the last person to meet with the president. They were together at the Zhengfa embassy until midnight on February 10th. After that, no one knows what the president was doing up until— God damn, this man is so ripped! Like, why? Why is he so unnecessarily ripped? Like, this back. Like, I bet his butt muscles are just like... Like, why is this man so unnecessarily ripped? And why is Lang's dad, like, so cool looking? Why isn't he as muscular? Why isn't he super buff? I feel like as, like, a cop, he'd be like, what? You know how, like, in the 90s, they were, like, drawing comic book characters, like, with, like, unrealistic, like, muscles and shit? Like, Captain America was, like, this big muscular dude with, like, a tiny head. Like how you would buy a bodybuilding magazine, where the head looks like it's just photoshopped on. That's how this dude should look. Big muscular man, photoshopped head. With the president's life at stake, the Zhengfa government frantically gathered the money. After that, the ransom was delivered and the president was returned safe and sound. So, President Huang has been the president since 12 years ago. That's really amazing. Well, being in office for so long is just a small part of how amazing the man is. Lane seemed a bit happy when he said that. And what happened to the kidnappers? Well, top secret covert investigation was carried out, then a secret trial was held. A trial? Does that mean the suspect was caught? The suspect was Patricia Rowland. What? Then the reason you came to the prison a few days ago. Yeah, I was put on extended leave from Interpol. So I decided to go back and reinvestigate what happened 12 years ago. God, I love that Arctic fox. Look at that beast. First, I had to get a look at the face of my target. So the trial 12 years ago ended with a not guilty verdict. Yeah. Back then, my old man was in charge of every aspect of the prison's security. He took responsibility for the kidnapping and was relieved of his post as bodyguard. But he continued to investigate as a regular police officer until he finally found the culprit. I was AFK so long I had to skip 70 seconds. Whoops. It was none other than Patricia Rowland. There was no way she could be innocent. However, the result was a not guilty verdict. In the end, the case went unsolved. Crushed in both body and soul, my old man resigned from the police. What was the basis for arresting Patricia Rowland? There was a lot of evidence. At least that's what I think. But I can't see those documents for myself. So that's where my story ends. What should we do? With only this much information, even the little thief would have a hard time producing a recreation. Is there really nothing we can do? Hold your tits, everyone. Is it Uncle Ray? Who's that? It is Uncle Ray! It's Francisca. Francisca. And Mr. Shields, too. We finished up with the trial and finally managed to catch up with you guys. What do you mean if you finished up with the trial? Judge Courtney was the judge. She's been with us this entire time. Uncle Ray, what are you doing? Like, jacking off? Like, I'm confused. Here, take this. This is... it's the case files for the SS5 incident, sir. Francisco, where the fuck did you get that? Who did you whip for those? Also, I came late, so can you sum it up? Sum what up? Like the whole game, or the case, or what are we doing? What am I summing up? What am I summing up here? Explain. What am I summing up? Oh, this is the final case of the game. So basically, everything from the very beginning of the game is all getting tied up to this final case. And there's one mastermind that's connected to everything from the very start of the game. From the assassination attempt from the tutorial case to the prison, which is who they're talking about with Patricia Rowland, who was the warden of the prison from case 2. And apparently she was involved in an incident with Lang from 12 years ago. So he wants revenge on her. When they keep mentioning Blaise DeBest, he was a prosecutor / chief prosecutor at the time 12 years ago as well. He was also chief prosecutor 18 years ago during a trial when Miles Edgeworth's father was a defense attorney, and Francisca Von Karma's father was a prosecutor, and he covered up evidence during that particular trial. Them two were against each other, and Raymond Shields, who just joined in at this point of the case, like he just showed up, he was Edgeworth's dad's like assistant, like apprentice. So he's got his eggs in this basket too. So everybody is connected in some way since the beginning of the game. It's not like the first Investigations game where things aren't connected, but they are. They're like loosely connected. I do have a Discord. I can put you in. I can send an invitation to. Whoops. Well, there you go. Because in Twitch, there's the command to do Discord. Because I'm not like affiliated with YouTube yet, like to do like earnings. I can't set up things with YouTube yet. Although there actually is a Discord link also in the description. There's always a YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord link in every description of my videos when I go live. So if for some reason that link doesn't work, the one in the description should. Alright. And yes, and welcome to the Discord. And as you can see, it's a wild ride in the Discord jets. We got the general area, we got the Resident Evil, we got Ace Attorney, video editing, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Coffee, fanfiction. I don't really use much of Patreon, so it just exists. So there's that. But yeah, so I do like this investigation game a lot better than the first one, even though a couple of these cases have really dragged. The only one that didn't drag was the Inherited Turnabout, which involves Miles' dad, and you go back and forth between the present and the past. That was like a long case, because it was like beginning 3 parts, middle 5 parts, the end was 3 parts. It was long as shit. But I didn't mind it because it was flowing so well. And I was doing each video like 5 hours. It was so good. Oh, you just subbed? Oh, normally I get a notification. It'll probably pop up in a second. It delays. Normally it pops up on here. I appreciate it. Oh, it'll show up on here eventually. I'm hoping anyway. Whee! Alright. So let's see here. Whoops, wrong button. We always appreciate a sub. I just have to get back into video editing, because normally I have a lot more videos for my YouTube channel, because I've done like full-on videos that I've fully edited. Like we've done, like there's some Resident Evil 7 on there. I gotta finish that. Some Resident Evil 0. Wait, the delay is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, because I got a notification that somebody subscribed on YouTube like 2 hours ago. So I don't know why yours is not popping up. It's really odd. Oh yeah, we fully edited Resident Evil 2, 3, 4. The original 4. So if you would like to take a gander at some of my original Bro, wait, what? I was talking about that my YouTube channel, I usually edit videos. It won't show my message. Oh no, Francisca! When Roland mentioned 12 years ago during the trial, it caught my interest. I looked into it immediately. I'll DM you. No, okay. I looked into it immediately and got in touch with Interpol. I expected no less from you, Francisca. Yeah, because she's feckin' awesome. This is Francisca von Karma. She is the best, like no one ever was. Don't get the wrong idea, Miles Edgeworth. I did prepare these documents for you, the former prosecutor. I did for the sake of the investigation taking up the case his father left behind. Sis! But I thought information of the SS5 incident was restricted to the public. Yo, how old is Lang? Because Francisca should be like 19. He's 27. I guess in translation purposes, he would say sis because he would look at her respectfully as somebody. It's the goal. Onto your YouTube chat. Oh, and you have a Discord as well? I mean, if you send the link in the DM, yeah. I like joining Discords. I'm part of so many Discords, it's not even funny. Do I chat in all of them all the time? I don't. I lurk a lot. But that's okay. Oh shit. Alright. That restriction was placed by the prosecutor in charge of the case, Blaze the Best. Of course, that son of a bitch. Blaze the Best. Blaze the Best was the prosecutor in charge? Him. However, as a result of the trial just now, Blaze's authority has been revoked. Yeah, look at this insane motherfucker. It's all thanks to his son. Oh, Sebastian! Sebastian. By bringing down his father, the door to this past case has been opened. Prosecutor DeBest is currently wrapping things up in Patricia Rowland's trial. He told me to relay this message to you. Leave Pops and his cohorts to me. You guys just take care of the case on your end. He's become quite reliable right before our very eyes. Truly. Alrighty then. This is perfect. Now that we have the files, just leave the recreation to me. Indeed. Well then, let us begin. According to these documents... Chat in my server and watch the chaos happen. Well, I probably will. I like randomly showing up and causing mischief. That's what I do. I also post pictures of my cat. You'll see him. He's so cute. He's my little boy. Sometimes I bring him on stream and he just goes, eh. He's camera shy. Appears that the incident took place right in front of the Tower Plaza. And let's head to the plaza right away. Let's go, bitches. Got the whole posse with me. Oh god, everybody's here. Lana, Nicole, why are you here? I don't care what you do. Okay, would you please activate the little Mr. Thief? Right, with these case files, recreating everything should be a snap. You know, can I read those? I can buy myself flowers. Alright, let's see. The president of Zhengfa, Di Zhonhuang, was kidnapped on February 10, 12 years ago. The kidnappers demanded a ransom of $100 million. Dai Long Lang to confirm that on the evening of the incident, the president was at the Zhengfa embassy until midnight. Prosecutor Blaise de Best, suspect Patricia Rowland. This was literally what Lang told us. This is nothing new. Sir. Like, this is rude. Okay. Whatever. Where should I start? I don't know, up your ass. Where indeed, according to these documents, it seems there was a witness to the kidnapping of the president. A freelance journalist by the name of Jack Cameron. Wasn't that... However, he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and was murdered by the culprit. So that would mean the place he saw the president was here. Here? At the Grand Tower? No, the Grand Tower was only built around a year ago, okay? Before that, this place contained mostly old abandoned buildings. However, 12 years ago, this place was... Ha! Now you're finally talking about some stuff I know. Yeah, 12 years ago, at this very spot was... the Happy Family Home. What's that, pal? It was a place where children who had lost their parents could live. Or to put it simply, it was an orphanage. So the president was kidnapped at that orphanage. And the head of that facility at the time was Patricia Rowland. Apparently, Rowland always referred to it as her home. It seems that suspicion would naturally fall upon her. Patricia Rowland, Blaise de Best, and President Huang. The darkness that remains from the SS5 instance still casts a shadow on the present case. Okay, I'd like you to input the investigation data from Jack Cameron's murder case. We can probably assume that he was killed by one of the kidnappers. So we saw the murder case, we'll know who the kidnappers were, right? Precisely, I'm counting on you. Alright. Just give me a sec. Alright. Let me just get this. Alright, carry 7. And here we go! God damn! Oh, his name was Jack Cameraman. Or Jack Cameron, cameraman. What the fuck? What the heck is this? Everything's green! I've come to expect such reactions. This is a recreation of the grounds of the facility that stood here 12 years ago. Based on the documents from the police investigation, I recreated the scene to show what it looked like from when the police arrived at 7 a.m. the next day. It appears a fair amount of snow had piled up here. Yeah, I heard that the footprints in the snow were prime pieces of evidence. The fuck? Okay. The snow fell during the day on the day of the incident. So the snow only fell before the crime took place, which means the footprints wouldn't have been erased by any further snow. Okay. Let's make sure to pay close attention to these footprints. Alright, begin investigation. Like, If this is a recreation right in front of the Grand Tower, wouldn't he, like, run into the frickin', like, the Grand Tower, like, thing? Like, that'd be hilarious. So this is the eyewitness of the president's kidnapping. Jack Cameron. Cameraman. God damn it. What exactly did he witness? I've recreated the state of his body based on the photos taken by the police. It appears he was struck in the head from behind. God damn, it's a lot of blood. The murder weapon was a brick, right? Looks like the ones from this garden. The blood that flowered from his head has splattered all over the surroundings. Here, take this. It's Mr. Cameron's autopsy report. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. God damn. Age 31, time of death, 12:01 a.m. Inside incident being hit on the head with a brick. Remarks he was likely killed just for leaving a message from his cell phone. Okay. This is the brick that was used as the murder weapon. You can find bricks like this all over the garden. He must have used one of them as a weapon. Okay. I assume this is the victim's cell phone. That's right. Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over the cell phone. What do you mean by over the cell phone? After Cameron found the president, it seemed that he called his girlfriend, but she didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on her answering machine. The tape is in the case files too. You want to hear it? Please. Hello, Jill? Are you asleep already? Hello, Jill? Oh, that's not cardboard. I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Huang is here of all places, and what's more... Crap, the light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. I can't believe it, but it almost looks like he's being kidnapped. I thought I'd let you know. And now he's dead. Was that the sound at the end? What was that sound at the end? Seems he was attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lang, may I ask, what was the name of Mr. Cameron's beloved? Pretty sure I heard her name was Jill Crane. Son of a bitch! Hello, Fakir A. Welcome to the stream. I unfortunately don't know what you said, but welcome in. That's not cardboard. So it was true. Did you say Jill? This was why she was seeking revenge for 12 long years. The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge, and the conductor, Blaze. See you for now. I will talk to you in Discord. Alright, well thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the sub. Joining the Discord. All that jazz. Hopefully you'll stop by in future streams. I usually only stream on Friday and Saturdays because I work for the rest of the week. Sundays are chill days. Heh. You know what I'm saying. Being an adult sucks. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Toys R Us don't even exist anymore unless you're in Canada. Ah! Sucks. This music is awesome. But Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right? She may have wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Or perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. Oh, shit. There's nothing of interest. What do you mean? It's the footprints! You dingus. A yellow flower has fallen here. In the language of flowers, it means a stolen treasure. Okay, please stop making things up. So this flower seems to be of a different variety from the ones growing nearby. Well then, why is it in a place like this? This bothers me a little. We should examine the flower bed itself after this. I knew it. Someone must have stolen this from somewhere and brought it here. Okay. And in the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor. No, it doesn't.
Shut up, you don't know.
Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. He was killed because he witnessed the president's kidnapping. The blood really stands out in the recreation. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Even in the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. The back of his head is covered in blood. That must be where all the blood spilled from. According to the autopsy report, he was struck in the back of the head with a brick. Indeed, it's likely that the killer approached Mr. Cameron from behind. Is the victim holding something in his right hand? That's also written in the case files. Seems he was holding onto a button. A button? Did he tear it off the culprit's clothes? God damn, how much is in these case files? Oh, it's the same shit. Okay. The footprints here seem to lead to and from the body. These footprints were believed to be the culprits. The shoe size is about a size 7. That's fairly average. Seems we won't be able to tell who the culprit is from these footprints. Okay. These footprints stop near the body. They must be Mr. Cameron's footprints. He sure has some big feet. They look like a size 11. According to the data, his shoes match these footprints. Alright, thanks for that. Francesca! Talk to me! Scruffy, don't you dare say a word. I'm warning you. Mr. Edgeworth, please help me, sir. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? It's about the story behind the SS5 incident, sir. You know Blaze may have lost his authority. There's no way you can get confidential documents this quickly. That got me curious, so I made a few calls and asked around. And I found out that Miss Montgomery used all sorts of forceful tactics to... Scruffy, I thought I'd warned you. You've done a lot for us, Francisco. I promise I will bring this to an end with my own hands. Aw, she actually did it out of the goodness of her heart.
What scoop? Would you look at that? Those folks have darn green. Maybe they're sick or something. But their clothes are green too. Wow, man, their clothes are all green too. I reckon this ain't no ordinary disease. You picked up on something good. Looks like you're taking it to the next level. Yes, Chief. It looks like there's no way we'll be getting a word in. Not that I have any desire to intervene. Let's run. Get out of here! What up, guys? 3 flower beds and snow. Angela, what's the matter? Something strange. I wasn't able to read the SS5 incident case files until now. Since Blaze had all access to that information restricted,
Yeah, that's right. And yet, I feel like I've seen this exact scene somewhere before. What do you mean? Where did I see this? If I could just remember. He looks deep in thought. I should leave him alone for a while. Father and the President. After the SS5 incident, the President completely changed. Well, he must have felt like his trust had been betrayed, because it's only natural. He cut off all ties to the Lane clan, putting an end to our deep bond of trust. My old man wanted to at least apologize some way, so he tried to go see the President more times than I could count. Of course, the President refused to meet with him. He wouldn't even give him the time of day. I don't know if it was from the bodyguards, but there were times he'd come back all beaten up. But me standing around talking about the past doesn't do jack, does it? I shall be the judge of that, for now. Just keep telling us what you know. You're still as tactless as ever. Well, I figured you'd say as much. No, shut up! The fall of my old man was also the fall of the Lane clan, the family that failed to protect the President. And that's what we became. The old man started to investigate the case like he was possessed. Could someone so driven by obsession truly conduct a proper investigation? Sheesh, you really don't pull your punch, Mr. Prosecutor. I don't think I blindly trusted in his investigation just because he's my old man. His investigation was meticulous down to the last detail. Apparently, he even conducted a thorough interview with each and every kid at the orphanage. He interviewed every child? I wonder how fruitful his results were. Okay. Good to know. Shifu, I know it's not my place, but I have a request. Please, do a roll call, just like old times. Just like old times, huh? What a lark. Guess I have no choice. Roll call! 1! I'm sorry. A roll call with one person is really lacking. That's nonsense. It's got nothing to do with numbers. Even though you're the only one here, the pack is always one, right? If you think it's lacking, then how allow enough to make up for the rest of the pack? Roll call! 1! 1! 1! Oh, 1. That man. Is he on the verge of tears? Shifu! Wait, what the fuck? Can I investigate this? These playground toys are modeled after a hare and tortoise like from the fable. The tortoise and the hare competed in a race, and in the end the hare lost.
And now for something completely different. It's time for a cake quiz. Why did the hare lose? There are 3 choices.
I already know the answer. It's because the hare took a nap.
The hare's favorite shoes were stolen by the Yatakarasu. 2. The tortoise trained with the Yatakarasu until it became faster than the hare. 3. Unbeknownst to the 2 animals, the Yatakarasu stole the victory within the shadows.
Those are my only choices?
Is it too hard for you? Okay, I'll give you a hint. It starts with TH.
She wants me to pick number 3? Oh, yo, Uncle Ray, what's up? See, sure puts a chill in your bones. Uncle Ray needs a hot babe to keep him warm.
Could you please try to be a little more serious?
Oh, that's what Kay wants. I guess I have no choice. Miles, this is where it all began. Isn't that right? Yes, I fear that is the case. What? Was Patricia and Blaze's true goal? There are still many mysteries yet to be solved. Indeed, it's just as you say. Particularly the mystery of what will happen to Kay Ray's love. Is it suspenseful? Not even a little. You just couldn't resist, could you, Mr. Shields?
Why could you ever stay serious for more than a minute?
I think he's generally incapable of staying serious for that long. Also, what about you and Catherine, bro? Also, this girl is 17. You fucking weirdo.
Please ask me anything you wish.
Alright, what up?
You have my heartfelt thanks for bringing John back. Oh, even the thought of him not coming back makes me...
Hey, old man, don't bully my mom. No, that wasn't my intention.
Ooh, look at him go. Mommy's little knight in shining armor. He's so cool. It's not like that. Quit blabbering stupid stuff about me.
John, please wait. May I proceed, Mr. Edgeworth? My actions were unbecoming of one who calls herself a servant of the goddess of law. I won't ask for forgiveness. However, Judge Courtney, I am not as well acquainted with the goddess of law as you are. I just show up. I just show up to court, man, and I just say objection. That's what I do. I literally just go, objection! And then this man just freaks out. Like, goddamn. All the time. That's what he does. Or isn't that goddess also a mother of other gods? The law makes exceptions for extenuation circumstances. Goddamn, I can't read. And understands a mother's heart. I'd say perhaps your goddess sympathizes with you more than you think. Mr. Edgeworth. I don't get it. What the heck are you two blabbering about? It's okay, John. I don't have a clue either. Let mommy and daddy keep talking. Seems the dust has settled on the day one of Patricia Rowland's trial. Yes, while a decision has yet to be reached, I would say a guilty verdict is quite likely. I'm sure a thorough investigation into her connection with Blaze will be conducted as well. After seeing Sebastian today, I know we can put our faith in him. Just like Kay, Sebastian is also in the midst of training for the future ahead.
I see. When you sound like that, I guess we have more in common than I thought. I said a few mean things though, so next time we meet, I'd like to apologize to him.
I'm sure you'll get your opportunity, but for now... Yes, at present solving this case is our top priority. Alright, can I talk to John? Yo, John. Johnny boy. What up? What do you want? So, John, I'd like you to tell me the exact details of your kidnapping.
You were kidnapped at the garbage pickup area, right? Why'd you go there?
You don't have to act as a go-between, I can just talk to the old man directly.
So he says, look like he's finally starting to warm up to see you.
I went to the garbage pickup to throw away the flowers I found in the body.
It was nearby and I thought it'd be harder to find there than if I just tossed them in a trash can. I went there last night too, but the gate was locked.
And that's why you went there again today to dispose of them.
Yeah, but when I got there, someone suddenly grabbed me from behind. And used Sleepy Zzz on you, right? Catching Z's is now super easy with Sleepy Zzz.
Even though she was also a victim to it, she seems to have taken a liking to the slogan.
Whoever grabbed me was really strong, but that's all I know. I have no idea who it was.
See, so that's what happened. After the drugs wore off, did you notice anything about your surroundings?
Those drugs were brought to you by Sleepy Zzz. Catchy Z's is better now. It's super easy with Sleepy Zzz. It was kind of cool when I woke up. It was kind of cold when I woke up. I was in a dark, empty room. Marks of foreign writing on them were lying around, so I figured I was in a warehouse. The whole place was like a giant refrigerator. It was a commercial warehouse.
That's right, John was rescued thanks to the collective efforts of Kay and Detective Gumshoe.
Since it was still a bit cold, the cooling unit's power must have not been cut for too long. For some reason, they didn't think to take my phone, so I used it to call for help.
I see, in any case, it's good that you're safe and sound, John.
I don't need your fake sympathy, old man.
What an incorrigible child.
He's just like a serious someone I know.
Will you autograph this?
This only exists in the movies. For it to become an actual incident, thought never even crossed my mind.
John, I'd like you to cooperate with the investigation.
In that case, maybe you should make me care enough to cooperate, old man.
It's not very approachable.
John, if you cooperate with us, I'll give you some delicious candy.
You think that'll work on me? Don't treat me like a kid.
Even my candy crush tech didn't work. What a bummer.
Candy Crush attack? Alright, fuck that. Okay, so I can't investigate that. Alright. Flower bed. According to the data, this facility had 3 gardens. And each of these gardens contained 3 flower beds. The way these flower beds are lined up. Have I seen this arrangement somewhere before? It says that during the winter, there were no flowers in bloom. What a shame. What's this yellow flower? Huh? Why is there a single flower here? That is a lion lily. It's a very rare type of lily. Did you say lion lily? That's the flower Miss Courtney gave to the president. What's it doing here? Could it be just coincidence? If I recall, the lion lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means the bond between parent and child. I never knew you were so familiar with flowers. That much is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Miles Edgeworth. Well, fick off. The only 2 flowers I know are Dahlia and Iris, and those are completely unrelated. Oh, shit. Can I go back there? No. Alright. This bear-shaped igloo is both cute and scary at the same time. I hereby declare this a bear glue! Looks as though this igloo could fit 3 people inside. Yeah, I bet you could live up to 3 years. I bet you could live up to 3 years in this bear glue. 3 years? What about the summertime? The igloo would melt. Mr. Edgeworth, say that again. Say that one more time. The igloo would melt. He almost said bear glue, and she's like, say it. I know you were about to say it. It's a swing decorated with the face of an elephant. Looks like there's some kind of motor attached to the other side of the elephant. There's one thought that has crossed the minds of every top-class swinger. You might want to rephrase that, Kay. You might want to rephrase that. If only I could do a full 360. With that powerful motor rotating and swing, that dream could finally be achieved. Rotating with a motor. But wouldn't that be dangerous? Mr. Edgeworth, you can't fulfill your dreams unless you're willing to take some risks. Is that the real problem here? I'm concerned for you, child. Don't be. I'm concerned for myself. Stop chasing me! This store. I remember seeing it from somewhere. Of course you would. It looks exactly like the Grand Tower door we saw earlier. But this is a recreation for 12 years ago. That means the store has been here since then. It seems when the Grand Tower was built, they decided to reuse the door rather than destroy it. It's like the old saying goes, discover something new by heating of something old. Oh, it seems she's understood the correct meaning of a saying for once. Then if you're using a microwave to do it, don't heat it up for over 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, let's connect some things. Do 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 do. I can buy myself the flower. Oh! Weren't the footprints moved just like the flower beds? Because remember, Blaze was digging. Perhaps this is the true nature of the monster's footprints. True nature? Yeah! Okay, compare the positions of the 3 footprints in the 3 flower beds on the left. Yeah, because it's on the left of the Grand Tower, where the film lot is. Okay, the exposed areas of dirt match the areas where the flower beds were. So Blaze dug holes in front of where each of the 3 flower beds used to be. Exactly. Now, why would he do such a thing? I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Why did Blaze dig holes in the ground near the flower beds? Oh, I don't fucking know. Tomorrow I shall interrogate him in the warrant. I'll get him to confess what he's done to Doja's head. The thing that he laid to rest in front of the flower bed 12 years ago, you simply must retrieve it. So it has to be that. The report from Patricia Rowland to Blaze the Best. He said that something was laid to rest in front of the flower bed. So Blaze was following Miss Rowland's instructions to dig it up. But why would he dig up 3 holes? The report didn't state which of the 3 flower beds the item was in front of. Oh, so Blaze didn't know exactly where to dig. That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots. Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about that. He went through all that trouble. I wonder what he was trying to dig up. Maybe it's a dead body. Would it be the murder weapon? But they found it though, technically. I don't fucking know. The victim was carrying a camera. According to the case files, it seemed he only managed to take a single photo. There it is. Oh. This is... Isn't that the president? He's like, oh! He's being held at gunpoint. This must be the scene the victim witnessed. When the person in the coat must be the kidnapper. Dude, it seems like some sort of disguise. If the logic of Agent Link's father is correct, then this person should be Patricia Rowland. But why is there only one photo? Perhaps he was killed before he could take anymore. Okay. Okay. This pillar appears to be burnt. According to the files, it seemed there was a fire on the evening of the incident. Fire? Let's see here. It says that one of the children at the orphanage spilled kerosene and set on fire as a prank. I guess that kid had far too much energy. Thanks to that, we can't make out any of the footprints near the main hall. Fucking kid. What a little douche. We've learned pretty much all that we can about the situation at the time of the murder. Oh, in that case, is there another scene you'd like to recreate? Yes. Would you do the honors? I would like you to recreate the scene when the victim witnessed the president's kidnapping. Right. I'll recreate the scene based on Mr. Cameron's photo. Alright, let's just do this. Carry this 16. Why is there a 16 dead? Shut up! Here we go! Oh dear! Mr. Cameron is standing in the middle of the flower beds. Like, she recreates this, and Francesca, she's like, what the fuck? There's a whole ass big muscular man next to me. I would die. The president and his kidnapper were standing on the road.
On the road. Okay.
My old man based his initial investigation on this man's eyewitness stepson, and as a result, led him to believe that the kidnapping and this were related. And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage, Patricia Rowland. Yeah, but the court Blaze the best treated his testimony as if it meant nothing. Why would he do that?
Because he's a little shit.
The president and his kidnapper were not standing inside the orphanage grounds, so the connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping was difficult to prove.
I see, it's not like they were seen inside the orphanage after all.
No matter how much evidence the detectives gather at the crime scene, it doesn't mean squat the prosecutor won't use it in court. Blaze the Best had some kind of connection with Patricia Rowland. Figure they had some kind of deal going on.
In other words, you'd think that Blaze was one of the kidnappers.
However, your father was convinced that Patricia Rowland was the culprit. Your father was a highly capable investigator, I presume. Might he have had some other basis for his conclusion besides the eyewitness testimony? Yeah, figured he did, but I have no idea what it was. My old man never really talked much about this case. Agent Link's father, Dai Long Lang, President Huang's most trusted confidant. The truth he discovered was suppressed by Blaze the Best. First, we must find the hidden truth. Alright. Cameron took a photo of the president from this spot. And he also called him this.
And he also called him his crate, right?
At the time, the killer was already behind him,
holding the murderous brick. That son of a bitch.
We'll rest, alright? Oh, this is sus.
About this snowman. When we were created to see where Miss Cameron was killed, it already had melted. Its scarf was all soggy and one of its button eyes was missing.
Dude, at this stage, it appears that most of its original form was still intact, although there is one spot that looks unnaturally lacking.
Poor thing, I bet some naughty kids must have plucked it off. Well, from a thief's perspective, that kid does have some promise.
Was it plucked up by one of the children at the orphanage? No, perhaps. It was taken by an entirely different person altogether. Oops. The snowman. Wouldn't you say it's missing something?
Its right eye is missing.
Precisely, and what's more, that missing eye happens to be in our possession.
The button that Mr. Cameron was holding onto. It's got this exact same design as the snowman's left eye.
If we assume this button was indeed the snowman's eye, a huge contradiction arises. If this button is the snowman's eye, what contradiction arises? The location of the victim or the location of the president? I guess it would be the victim. The victim was holding onto the button. Furthermore, the button was stained with blood. In other words, he grabbed the button after he was attacked. For example, if we were to picture it this way, after being struck in the back of the head, Mr. Cameron lost his balance. As he was falling, he reached out his hand forwards towards the nearby snowman. However, he could not support his weight and he collapsed while still grasping the button.
That means Mr. Cameron was near the snowman when he was attacked.
Indeed, at the very least, he must have been within arm's reach. However, it's quite clear that he would not have been able to reach it from his current position. But Mr. Cameron's footprints were only lead towards the flower bed. Can we be certain that those footprints really are Mr. Cameron's? Seems we'll need to investigate them one more time. Understood. I'll recreate the time the body was discovered scene one more time. Alright, can read the 7. Alright, there we go. Do you have to announce that every time? Yes! These footprints should match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes, right? Let's inspect them again. These footprints. Are they really Mr. Cameron's? They're from size 11 shoes, and those huge footprints match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes. No matter how you look at it, they're moving steadily towards the center of the flower beds. When Mr. Cameron was attacked, he grabbed the button from the snowman. Even with a great thief's peak human conditioning, your arm just can't reach that far, let alone an ordinary civilian. It would be completely impossible. The footprints come from the shoes worn by the victim, just as the case might say. However, does that mean Mr. Cameron was the owner of these shoes? We should re-examine Mr. Cameron's shoes. Oops. Let's do this. These shoes should match the footprints. However, these shoes, it seems like they were not the ones originally worn by the victim. What do you mean? If you look closely, you'll see the laces were tied up strangely. And the size doesn't seem to fit quite right either. That would mean these huge footprints leading up to the victim's feet were most likely made by someone other than the victim. So the footprints leading to and from the victim's head must be Mr. Cameron's. No, not necessarily. They seem a little too small to be the victim's footprints. So none of the footprints are his. Then which way did Mr. Cameron walk from? It's quite simple. The victim did not walk here on his own accord, but rather, he was carried here after he was murdered by the culprit. Damn! The question now becomes, where was he killed and carried from? Perhaps it was near the snowman after all. Interesting. Run! Ah! Mr. Cameron's body was moved. If we consider the button he was holding on to, it's highly likely that he was killed near the snowman. I should take a closer look. I won't rest. This snowman has become a sad sight to look at. Can't be helped. Snow and ice both melt away with time. Just like the mysteries of the cases you solved, Mr. Edgeworth. As time passes, those mysteries melt away while you continue to keep your cool. You do realize I'm racking my brain trying to solve those mysteries during a case, right? What the fuck? I'm Panic at the Disco. Huh? There's a brick missing here. Interesting! The rest are all in order. It's strange that only this one is missing. Interesting. Connect the dots. Perhaps the missing brick was the one used as the murder weapon. Yeah, it seems to be just the right size to fit in the gap perfectly. Son of a bitch. Excellent. As I thought, it seems the murder actually occurred near the snowman. Both the button Mr. Cameron was holding and the murder weapon came from there. Indeed. Also, if we assume that the killer picked up the brick near the snowman, and then tried to sneak up by Mr. Cameron. Oh, Mr. Cameron totally would have seen the person picking up the brick. Exactly. Okay, please update the recreation. Miss Cameron was not in the middle of the flower beds, but near the snowman.
Okay, I'm on it. I got you, fam.
Oh. Maybe.
Interesting. This is just clusterfuck.
I love being in this cluster. No matter how you look at it, this is strange. All the people involved in the case are gathered in the same place. Did we make a mistake here or something? One piece of evidence this recreation is based on is odd. If I had to choose which piece of evidence is fake, which piece of evidence is likely to be fake? I guess it would be the photo. Was this photo really taken by Mr. Cameron?
What do you mean?
We have proven that whoever killed Mr. Cameron also moved the body. For what reason would they have to deliberately move his body? Perhaps the culprit wanted to falsify the scene that Mr. Cameron witnessed.
And that's why they took a fake photo?
They made the president stand under the streetlight and took a photo with Cameron's camera. It would have been quite simple.
Now that you mention it, Mr. Cameron's camera only had one photo in it, right?
Indeed, in all likelihood, the original roll of film had been removed from the camera, and after loading a new roll of film in the camera, the fake photo was taken.
I see. Now this photo must have been taken after Mr. Cameron was killed, right?
Okay. Exactly. This was not the scene Mr. Cameron actually witnessed. It's likely that this photo is forged evidence.
Forged evidence! Son of a bitch!
Then where did Mr. Cameron witness the president as kidnapper? This photo isn't the only piece of evidence that indicates what Mr. Cameron witnessed.
Just when he left on the answering machine.
Precisely. We should listen to the recording one more time and confirm what was said.
They were over there, so what's the basis for that claim?
Do I really need the basis for my claims?
In other words, you don't know, do you?
Shut! Was it there? What do you mean? Let's try to remember what Mr. Cameron said. It was over there, though. You fucker. Mr. Cameron said this on the answering machine. The light just went off. I can barely see a thing now. There are only two places here where the lights are broken.
The light by the orphanage.
Okay, could you please update the recreation?
Roger.
I'm Edgeworth.
Shut up.
So he's just like, what the fuck? This is so the kidnapper was near the orphanage. Indeed, with this we've shown the connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping. So that's why they moved the body and took a fake photo to create a fake testimony in order to remove any suspicion towards the orphanage court. With this, the state of the recreation has changed completely. The time the body was discovered and seen was probably been greatly impacted as a result.
Then let's go check it out right away. Preparations are ready.
Since the state of the recreation has changed, once again, I should press the button to select change recreation. Let's give it a try. Here was not near the flower beds. Then whose blood is this? Just now, the state of the recreation has changed completely. Regarding this blood stain, the time the body was discovered seen was probably been greatly impacted as a result. Then let's go check it out right away. Preparations are ready.
Yeah, what's up?
So you want to recreate the scene based on the police investigation data? This is the time the body was discovered. Okay. The blood splatter above the snow clearly was a substantial amount. It's almost as if the murder was actually committed here. But Mr. Cameron should have been attacked near the snowman. Exactly. In that case, this blood must belong to someone else. What? But the police report said this was Mr. Cameron's blood. The one in charge of this case was Blaze to best. It would have been simple for him to falsify the information. But wouldn't it be faster to just clean up the bloodstains rather than falsify the information? You wouldn't be able to do that. Think about it. Police knew that Mr. Cameron's body would be discovered here, in which case the forensic department would naturally become involved.
A luminal reaction. They would have discovered it with the power of science.
Precisely. It would have been difficult to completely erase all traces of the blood. However, falsifying the results of a blood test would be much easier in comparison. He would just have to switch the results from the forensic reports.
What a bummer. Knowing those documents I read were falsified. Oh, looks like Mr. Cameron's clothes were completely soaked in blood.
The blood scattered here got into Cameron's clothes. That would mean at the time the bloodstains here are not dried. It had not dried yet.
I see, so then this certain somebody's blood was splattered here just a short while before Mr. Cameron was murdered.
Indeed, that's exactly right. However, if that's the case, wouldn't a new contradiction arise in this recreation?
Son of a bitch!
There's a lot going on. Okay. This is a clear contradiction. Okay.
Huh? You mean the bloodstain?
Do you see how this bloodstain is broken up by the remnants of the fire? This is proof that the fire occurred after the blood had been scattered around the area.
Huh? But I thought the fire occurred before the murder.
It seems that information is suspect as well. If the fire had broken out after the murder, then the child who started the fire should have seen the body and the bloodstains. Why then did they not come forward as a witness? It's likely they would have put Blaze at a great disadvantage, because we'll need to investigate this fire in more detail. Hey, you! Yes, sir. There should be some records of the fire in the police department under a different case file. I want you to bring me every last investigation report about the fire. Understood, Chief Fu! Oh, one more thing. What is it, sir? Contact the House of Ling and Zheng Fa. There should be evidence from this case in my old man's room. What do you mean? Just remembered why I recognize this scene. A long time ago, I saw a picture of my old man's room. It was a drawing resembling the scene. What did you say? However, I think it looked like something a child drew. A child. Then the artist may have been the culprit behind the fire. It should still be somewhere in my old man's room. Have them send it over here. Like, how are you getting it sent over? Like, via fax, pigeon? Like what? Understood, sir. I got you, Shifu. He's like, I missed this. Oh, what the fuck am I... What else am I investigating? Oh. I guess these are the only two things I didn't connect. My bad. If we suppose that Blaze was one of the kidnappers, it becomes more likely that he dug up what he dug was connected to abduction. What is it?
I figured it out. It was treasure. Treasure! Could Blaze have dug up the ransom money?
The $100 million ransom? Buried in the ground until the heat had died down? Certainly possible. I know, right? You know, it's actually clever, Kay. And Naturof's like, you know what, that actually sounded a fucking stupid idea. He had to wait 12 years for it to die down. Investigation completio. Whee! We did it.
Alright, I'm gonna show everything down my eyes here. Alright, divide by 0.
Wait, don't do that! Ah! Shifu, I'm back. I brought the info on the fire and the kid started a photo of the drawing in your father's office. And also, oh, I've been waiting for this. Hurry up and hand him over. How'd you get the photo from his father's office in Zhangfa? Like, did you get it faxed? Was it... I'm so confused. Zhangfa is considered to be in Asia, which is like... And it's actually... Their language is in Mandarin and different Chinese languages. It's not like... Kirin, or whatever it's pronounced, like Crime Village. For Spirit of Justice, where it's like a completely different country with its own language and shit. I mean, Zhangfa is its own country, but it's close to China, according to Ace Attorney logic. Whereas the other one is more by some... What did it say it was by? Nepal and shit. And it's very similar to Japanese culture. Anyway. The information held by Ancient Link's father. What the? I love it. The president looks like an anime villain. I don't know why. He just looks like... He kind of looks like Jack from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds! With a more purple coat. Like Seto Kaiba's coat. I'm crying. This is it. It's exactly what I remembered. This was the picture drawn by the child depicting the night of the incident?
Sure looks like it was drawn with a child's touch.
As I thought, the one who drew this is most likely the child who started the fire. Oh my god. Shifu! What now? Sorry, but it's gonna have to wait. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Why do you think my old man had this? I don't know, he liked children's drawings and he thought it was better than what you fucking drew? I don't know. Perhaps he obtained it during the course of his investigation into the incident. Although I don't know why he would have concealed it. Agent Lang, might I be able to see the details of the fire? Oh, fuck off. Well, sure. Allow me to read it post haste. It said, "We didn't start the fire. It's always been burning since the world's been turning. The boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the night of the incident. Seems this boy went missing several days later." What? Don't tell me that he witnessed something he shouldn't have.
That's horrible. He was only a child after all.
While I hate for that to be the case, we can't rule out the possibility entirely. Huh? Apparently, the boy left some stuff behind at the orphanage and it was taken as evidence. What's this? What's that doing here? Mr. Prosecutor? Do you recognize this? Yes, I know one piece of evidence is related to it. Which piece of evidence is related to the boy? I like how I'm going, like, completely. I don't know what it's doing here. But isn't that the missing horn from this Mozilla doll? No, wait, you mean this came off the president's... You know of it? Yeah, I've noticed the president kept it close by as a decoration. I always thought it was strange how one of the horns was missing. If you twist the horn, this doll will play back any previously recorded audio.
So if you put the missing horn back in place, we might be able to hear a different recording?
Indeed. It is possible. The doll is currently on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower. Hey, you heard that right? Yes, sir. I'll be right back. Doop 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 doop. That was a lot of stairs. Shifu, I got it. The mighty Mozilla doll. Well done. Give it to the prosecutor over there. Why me? Okay. If we insert the horn found at the orphanage to the doll.
It's a perfect fit.
Well, can you hear anything? Shh, everybody shut up. Mr. Huang.
It's Amy. It's been a while. I saw the news that you would be coming to this country. I was really nervous about doing this, but I decided to send you a message. Please stop the playback.
Judge Courtney?
But what's wrong?
Stop it now.
It's a boy, your son. He's just been born. Sorry, that's all I wanted to tell you. His name is John. John Marsh. It's a fine name for him, don't you think?
Oh shit! Marsh. Did she say John?
Waiting in the courtyard of the orphanage at midnight on February 9th. Even if it's just once, I want John to be able to meet you. Sorry if I'm being selfish, but I'll be waiting. No way, that was my... John?
What's the meaning of this, Miss Courtney?
John is not my biological son. He's adopted.
Did John know about this?
Of course he knew. John's mother, Amy Marsh, passed away about 5 years ago. She and I were cousins. Since we were young, we've always been really close. We were often mistaken for sisters. That's why when she passed away, I thought it was only natural that I look after John. Also, there were circumstances which prevented me from revealing his father's identity. Never even told John his father's name.
And now it's all been revealed thanks to the recording on that doll. Oh! And John left the heater on and killed the president. Shit. Did John's mother send the doll to the president?
Hey. John, was he the president, really?
My dad?
Yes, he was. Before you were born, Amy worked as a diplomat in Shangfa.
A diplomat, so that must be how she became acquainted with the president. Wow. Oh, damn! He banged a secretary. Shit. Hey, God, didn't you tell me she worked at the orphanage?
Yes, after returning to this country, Amy left her job as a diplomat.
She always had great passion for charity work, so she began working at the orphanage. Oh, that explains why she knew Patricia. Courtney. Oh, also for her being a warden, too, I guess. Hey, Miss Courtney. So this Amy girl, she called the president there herself, but she never showed up at the scene of the SS5 incident. What's with that? Amy couldn't make it. Apparently someone had been following her the whole night. Perhaps it was Blaze? Can't say for certain, but it's possible that it was his doing. After that, Amy never got another chance to see the president again. So she died 5 years. Ago. This conversation must be painful for John. Oh, right. Hey, John, you thirsty? How about I buy us some juice we can go together? I'm a part of this too. I'll listen till the end. Besides, I can afford to buy my own juice. Oh, shut down by a kid. Damn. Fuck. John, do you understand the reason I met with the president 2 days ago? This secret meeting from 2 nights ago. I wanted to tell him about Amy's death and that you were alive and well. But I see. That's why you couldn't tell us your reasons for meeting with the president till now. I get it. She would have had to reveal his connection with John. I brought a bouquet of lion lilies so that he would understand I truly did know about Amy. Those flowers are a dear memory to the president, Amy. The first present she received from the president was a bouquet of lion lilies. But now, even he has passed away. If only he were still alive. Perhaps I could have introduced him to John. Shifu! I'm sorry to interrupt this atmosphere, but there's something I need to say. I gotta take a shit. What is it now? Can't this wait? Well, actually, there's one item that's been delivered here from Zhangfa. I have here the president's will. What? The president's will? The old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. And as a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan. Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan, our family treasure, so to speak. Oh shit! This is... Agent Lang, does that will have something to do with the current case, or are you just getting sentimental on my ass? You bet it does. It says here, I hereby acknowledge John Marsh as my own son. What? John's name is in the president's will? Are you certain that will was written by the president? Yeah, he trusted it to the Lang clan even before the SS5 incident took place. They'll have to praise it back home, but by the name of the Lang clan, this is the real deal. If the Yizhanga was the president of an entire nation, the existence of his son would have caused considerable controversy. However, he left behind a will just in case. This makes it doubly sure. I still can't believe it myself, but there's no room for doubt. John Marsh, you are the son of Dijon, the president of Zhengfa. Go, she's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. John! I guess I'm running after a child. To be continued. When do I see fucking Phoenix and Maya hanging out behind somewhere? Aren't I supposed to, like, see them? It's almost midnight. I'm fucking tired. We're going to bed. April 6th. Alright, well, y'all can piss off then. I guess we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. I ain't doing it right now. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Objection. Objection. We're done. We're done. I said we're done! Woo! Let's see. Let's see what music can I have. We'll have the SS5 music. Whatever. We'll have depressing music. I love ending on a depressing note. Oh, hilarious. Less singing anyway. I don't know. What do we want to do? I don't feel like reading. I'm tired. Alright, so at least this part of the case felt like it wasn't dragging, so that's better. The last one was dragging. The beginning part 2, that was dragging. I don't know why. It just was. So, but this part wasn't. So that was interesting. Alright. So, I think next week, I want to say Friday, I'm going to try and beat the game. We're going to do middle part 2, Electric Boogaloo. We're going to finish it. We're going to finish that, and we're going to do the end, because the end is only one part. It's only one part. So we're going to finish the game. We're going to beat it, and then Saturday, we're going to start Alone in the Dark. We're going to play, we're going to start it. We're going to make sure the PS5 is fully updated, because I have it on rest mode. It's been on rest mode for like a month and a half. So it should be updated. Fully updated. So we're going to do that. We're going to play Alone in the Dark. So, and only then will we start on the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. And Capcom need to get their shit together and let me buy the soundtrack to the 3 games, alright? I need the Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, I need Dual Destinies, I need Spirit of Justice, I need all 3 of them. I need them for my collection of the Ace Attorney soundtrack. I got Ghost Trick. They released Ghost Trick after the game came out. I got the Ace Attorney trilogy. I don't have Dual Destinies, though. Or not Dual Destiny, I don't have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, though. I didn't buy it. I'm gonna, once we start playing it, so... I'll probably buy it eventually. Anyway. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the subs on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by on the YouTube side of the town. And thanks for the likes on the YouTube side of town. Join the Discord. All the fancy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Again, Friday, we'll finish the game. We'll put Miles to bed. He's going to bed. And then we won't see his ass until Dual Destinies. Like, I'm sick of him. I love Miles Edgeworth, but I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. We need to go to my boy Apollo. But I'm not ready for him just yet. We gotta play some Alone in the Dark. We gotta rinse the palette. We gotta get back into survival horror a little bit. I gotta get back into my groove. You know what I'm saying? We need to get some jump scares back into me. Gotta get some clips. As much as I love to rage and squeal about super muscular presidents, for some reason, we gotta get back into survival horror. So until then, have yourselves a zombie-free day and enjoy this depressing soundtrack, because it's pretty big. We got a new coffee supporter, so thank you, Jean Arc. Thank you for joining, being a supporter. And as always, thank you to Doggo Lover for being a supporter on Coffee as well. So if you become a Coffee supporter, you will also be listed here, and you're also listed in the panels below, and you will get the shout out during the streams. And when I do my video editing, you will also be listed at the end of the video. Again, have a zombie-free day.